ahead of us. So excited to talk about what should be a blowout game, but plenty of prop bets, plenty of bets, plenty of fantasy football implications to certainly keep us excited for Thursday night football. Of course, there's baseball. Plenty of opportunities to get in and cash in on the action there. We actually just cashed in on the Rays winning just now. We had the Rays on the money line today. They came back in the ninth inning to cash. So all of our parlays are still good. All of our money line bets are still good. Great way to start our Thursday show. As always, it is so wonderful to have you with us, no matter the platform you're watching on, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick. If you haven't already done so, make sure you follow Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every single day across all of these platforms, answering your fantasy questions, sports betting questions, obviously just talking about sports. So if you love the content, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, because we are live every single day across all of these great platforms. So wonderful to have you with us today. We're going to be covering a lot. If you want all of my bets, again, I just cashed on my Tampa Bay Rays money line bet. Good way to start the day. If you want all of my picks every single day, just get the SHARPZ app. Download the SHARPZ app. That's SHARPZ. The SHARPZ app has all of my bets every single day. You can literally hit the whale's tail on my bets and make the exact same bet that I did. That said, if you guys want a referral code, right from me, just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, just DM me there, and I will certainly hook you guys up with my referral code and a link so you can automatically be connected to all of my bets on SHARPZ. Now, as always, we're going to be talking a lot of fantasy football today. Make sure that you guys put your questions in the comments section, whether on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. I'm going to be answering questions across all of these great platforms, but while we do so, I know we got a lot going on. We are going to continue to do fantasy leagues. So if you guys want to compete in a fantasy league against Butt Fumble Sports, it starts tonight. Week 1 is tonight, goes all the way until the end of the season. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. So, $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. You heard that right. If you guys want to be a part of the league, by now you know what to do. Just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. The name of my company, Butt Fumble Sports. Just DM me on Instagram. I'll share a link with you guys. We are going to be talking a lot of fantasy football tonight. But while we're talking it, why aren't we drafting as well? So DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Right now, Josh is already hitting me up. You're going to get the link. No matter if you guys have played before or haven't, we're going to do as many leagues as we can before Thursday night football kicks off, because it's our last chance to draft for week 3. So, one more time, if you guys want to be a part of a fantasy league and compete against us, just DM me on Instagram. Doesn't matter where you're watching, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. I'm going to answer questions. I'm going to invite you guys to be a part of some leagues. Again, $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. That's on the fantasy side. Since we're there, let's get started talking some fantasy. I'm going to answer some questions while people ask for the link to that fantasy football league. Isaac, will get to Christian McCaffrey and his player prop bet in a little bit. JDG, Pierce, Madison, or Edwards. Don't really like any of them. I might lean slightly towards Edwards right now. I think Pierce or Edwards, but it's very, very close. Again, we're going to open this league up to people who have been in old leagues, people who want to be in this new league. This one's for everybody, so make sure you hit us up on Instagram. J Money, Ridley, and Amari for Nico, Devontae, and Dallas Goedert. I'd rather have Calvin Ridley and Amari Cooper. I wouldn't do that deal, J Money. Bryce, trade Kamara for White. I wouldn't do that deal. By the way, it is confirmed. Worst nightmare for Dallas Cowboy fans. Breaking news right now. Breaking news. Trayvon Diggs is out for the season. Trayvon Diggs suffered a knee injury today. ACL. He is done for the year. So the Dallas Cowboys might have been riding high first 2 weeks of the season, but Diggs is done for the season. That news has come in. It is a serious knee injury suffered at practice. He is done for the year. We will be talking about it throughout the show, obviously throughout the next couple of days. A lot going on there. Trayvon Diggs done for the season, suffering an ACL injury. So Obviously prayers for his recovery, but devastating injury if you're the Dallas Cowboys. He was such an important part of that back end of that defense. Stephon Gilmore is now that much more important. Does it impact this week's game against the Cardinals? Probably not, but it certainly impacts the momentum and mojo of that team, something certainly to consider. Very, very sad news. Getting back to fantasy football questions, Sutton or Judy at the flex, user 37. I'll lean slightly, I think, towards... I'm going to lean still towards Sutton, just barely. Ryan, Najee or Moss. Ryan, I would go with Zach Moss. I'd go Zach Moss. Mavi Poo, Tutu or Michael Thomas. Mavi Poo, I'm going to lean slightly towards Michael Thomas, but it's close. Free, F-R-E-I. I'd go with DeAndre Swift. Again, if you guys want to be a part of a fantasy league with us, the moment we fill up the league, we will draft 4 spots taken, 6 spots left, $250 prize pool, and a $0 buy-in. $0 buy-in, $250 prize pool to the winner. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram. I'll share the link, and you guys can be a part of that draft. You think either team scores in the first 7 minutes? Yes, I think the 49ers will score in the first 7 minutes. I wouldn't put money down on it, Jason, because I'm not that kind of bettor, but I do think it's going to happen. Dylan, should I start Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert? Dylan, 100% Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert should have a very good game. Wyatt, going to send you this link right now. So Wyatt sending you this link for this fantasy football league. There you go. Lucas, what's good? Here you go. Sending you that fantasy link. By the way, if you guys are asking questions on Instagram, that's a major fail with me right now. I'm literally answering questions on every other platform. If you can't get your question in on the other platforms, don't send it on Instagram. Just there for the link. Slap. Baker Mayfield or Justin Fields. Ooh, very, very close. I'm going to lean towards Baker Mayfield. I just don't trust Justin Fields right now. I'm going to go with Baker Mayfield. Chef E, you're getting that link. Let's go. AJ, you want to be a part of this league. You're getting the link. Nick Weiss, Zay Jones or Adam Thielen. Ooh. Okay, guys, another big injury note. Bryce Young is out. Bryce Young will not play this weekend. Andy Dalton will play. Because of that, I actually think I may like Adam Thielen a little bit more. I don't trust Zay Jones week in, week out. At least Adam Thielen's going to get plenty of targets. He might be a good PPR play as a flex, but obviously not feeling great about either one. Alex M, I would start Kittle. I think Kittle could have a good night. I think Kittle could find the end zone, so I'm big on Kittle tonight. Talon Wolf, should I start Flowers or Higgins? I would go with Zay Flowers. Talon Wolf, I'd go Zay Flowers. We have still 5 spots left in this league. Make sure you sign up quick, otherwise they'll go quick. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. Dre, I would go with Brock. I'd go with Brock Purdy. Juan Ortiz, I think I'm leaning towards DeAndre Swift. 3 games that could be impacted by weather this week. Baltimore Ravens game. Washington Commanders game. New York Jets game. So I like the passing game in the Bills-Washington game a little less. That's right, we're already looking at the weather for Sunday, guys. We have only 1 spot left. Oh, we filled that up quick. Only 1 spot left for this league. The moment the league is filled, we will draft. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. Bryce, Ford, Judy, or Kirk. Bryce, I'd go with Christian Kirk. Jason, I'd go with Ayuk. User 20786, I'd go with Mike Williams. I'm rapid fire right now, so trying to be quick. Squealers, okay, brother, I'd go Deshaun Watson. Squealers, I'd go Deshaun Watson. For the feet, guess what you're getting? You're getting a link to this league. Make sure you get into it right now. What's the picks for Thursday night football? I will give out picks for tonight right now. I'm going to give out a couple picks for you guys. First one, we had 49ers on the money line a couple of days ago. We had parlayed that with a Saints win. Well done there. So feeling good about half of the parlay, feeling good about the other half. Okay, where would I go right now? let's quickly jump over to Outlier. I just want to show you guys a couple of things. First of all, 49ers are now 11.5. If we look at the line movement on this one's really jumped. First of all, when the game first had betting odds back in May, this was a -5 in favor of the 49ers. It has now more than doubled over the last few months. So everyone's riding on it. Today at 1 a.m., it was -8.5. Those odds have kept jumping, and I understand why. I don't like 11.5. It's a terrible number to be taking the 49ers at. Which one would I rather get? 49ers 7.5 right now is -155. 49ers -7.5 is -155 right now. That's a great bet. Are they going to win by a touchdown? Yes. Are they going to win by more than a touchdown? Yes. As long as they do that, I win. 8 points is what they would have to win by. I love the bet. I love the bet. -155. Again, I feel like it's a better parlay play. It's definitely one I consider on some parlays, but that is a bet that I love today. 49ers, I'm not taking them at 11.5. I'll take them at 7.5, and I will also take them at 8.5. I like alternative lines. It's something we always do because we like cashing tickets. But Fumble Sports is team cashing tickets. That's what we're about. -8.5 is -140. I'm going to take those two bets. 49ers to cover. I think it's going to be a 9-10 point game. I don't like the 11.5. I'm starting to sweat that just a little bit. So not as high on that. That's my game pick for you because I like 49ers obviously on the money line. 49ers to cover. I will also be talking about the over-under in a little bit. But first, we have filled up this fantasy league. I'm going to set the picks go at 30 seconds. The draft order is randomized. And let's get this draft underway. I'm going to set the time for 4:30, but we're going to do it right now. We're going to do it right now, everybody. So, you guys ready to go? Opening up this league. I'll get back to your fantasy questions in 1 second. We're starting the draft right now. Go get them, Josh. Maverick, thanks for the support. Sorry, I've been a little delayed in the questions. Aaron Jones, Stevenson, and Swift. I still trust Stevenson and Swift a little bit more, only because I'm worried about Aaron Jones. Even if he plays, he is practicing right now. I think Aaron Jones, though, won't get as many touches as he normally would. Swift, Stevenson, I think they're better plays. Brent, Waller or Ferguson? Brent, I'd go Jake Ferguson, I think. I do like Waller tonight, but I'm a little bit wary of the fact that the 49ers are probably pretty well versed in trying to stop Darren Waller. They're pretty focused on that. So, Bryce Wade, should I trade Nico Collins and Algier for Ayuk and Connor? It's a great question. Brandon Ayuk's the best player. When I really don't know, I always lean towards the best player, so I'll go in that direction. We have started this fantasy league. If you guys signed up, make sure you're a part of it. Dart Hauer or Darth Thrower or okay, Kittle or Laporta. I'm going to lean towards George Kittle. I've been going back and forth on this one. I'm going to lean slightly towards Kittle. I feel strong that he's going to get good fantasy production tonight. Frostbit, we're going to get to some of my player prop bets in a little bit. When we get to 5,000 likes, I'm going to give out some of my player prop bets. So 5,000 likes, that's a way to motivate you guys. Jorge, we'll get to Jorge 6.5. I love it. Dan, Top Dog, we'll get to your question as well. Once I make my turn in this fantasy draft, we'll get to some player prop bets. Clearly, you guys want some of those. Love Kittle tonight. Mostert or Jacobs? Q, I might be leaning slightly towards Mostert. It's very close. It's very, very close. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every single day. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button right now. Make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. We are live every day talking sports, fantasy football, sports betting. You guys know that we just love talking sports with you guys every day. Kyle, Pacheco or Moss? Very close for me. I'm leaning towards Pacheco just slightly as long as he's healthy, but Moss is certainly a good play. If they ultimately rule Pacheco is doubtful. Drew, Fields or Goff? I'm definitely going Jared Goff. Drew, I'd go Jared Goff over Fields. Endrin, Watson or Tutu? I'm going to go Christian Watson. I know it's against the Saints. I know that it's going to be a tough matchup, but I'm going to lean towards Watson as long as he's healthy. I think he could have a decent game. Damon Days, Fields or Anthony Richardson? Is Anthony Richardson healthy? I don't know. I haven't heard too much about the concussion, so still waiting on that before I'm going to make a determination. Steely Dan Fan, Fields or Goff? Same question, same answer. I'd go Jared Goff. Kristen Bowen Sands, I'd go George Pickens. George Pickens showed me something last week. I would ride the hot hand. I'm seeing a little something from him. Give me 1 second. I'm going to make my pick in this fantasy league. Don't really like my options, if I'm being honest. I got Kelsey in the first round. I'll go A.J. Brown in the second. That's a good pick. Higbee or DJ Moore? I'd go DJ Moore. Godwin or Pickens? I think I'm going to lean slightly towards... I'm going to lean slightly towards Pickens. Kyle, Pacheco or Moss, we answered that one. Russ Bus 06. If Waddle's healthy, it's... It's a trade, forgive me. I was about to go into answer for starter sit mode. Waddle, Connor, Madison, Eckler, Watson, Kelly. I think I'd rather have Eckler, Watson, and Kelly. I think Waddle's the only player on one side, so the other side's better. Hugo G, wide receiver 1 Olave, wide receiver 2 Cooper, bench, Collins, Metcalf, Hopkins. Who should I start? Metcalf. Metcalf would be the option. I like Olave and Cooper, so I think you got the right picks, but Metcalf would be the other one. Let's quickly do a player prop bet because we're getting some questions about that. The player prop bet question we're going to answer is top dogs, Daniel Jones passing attempts. Daniel Jones passing attempts. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, you're going to see this live on your screen. If you're watching on TikTok, just watch. Passing attempts, 31.5. The over is the heavy implied favorite. The over is the heavy implied favorite on the road. Look at how good that trend is. 5 out of the last 6 games. This is a good bet to make, everybody. We're going to tail on this one. Daniel Jones over 31.5 passing attempts. Let's put that player prop bet up on the board. Daniel Jones over 31.5 passing attempts. Let's look at what the odds are. Best set of odds on this one. Minus 125. Feels like a good play. Just because the road. It's been a really good one. A lot of green up on your screen right there. Getting closer to my pick, so I'm just zooming back over to the fantasy football. We'll continue to answer player prop bet questions every time I make my loop in the fantasy league. When we're on the back end of my 2 picks, I'll answer some more prop bet questions. Sherwood, Sanders or Swift? Sherwood. I would definitely go with DeAndre Swift. Sherwood, thanks so much for supporting the show. I definitely go DeAndre Swift over Miles Sanders. Jay, Gibbs, Collins, or Hawkinson and Ayuk? Jay, I'd rather have Hawkinson and Ayuk. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every single day. We're live across all of these platforms every day, so if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, we answer your questions as well. Brett Herman, who sits? Bijan, Gibbs, Kenneth Walker, or Kyron? Brett Herman, it'd be Kyron Williams. Brett Herman, it would be Kyron Williams. Appreciate the question. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, answering your questions. Josh Waldrip, start Ridley against... You gotta start Ridley. Josh Waldrip, I'm absolutely starting Calvin Ridley. Dylan, trade Jacobs for Aaron Jones? Yes, I would. Dylan, yes, I would. Do you think Ayuk is playing tonight? I think he is, but I think he's going to be limited. He's actually the one receiving option that I'm really not... He's really the only member of the 49ers that I'm not betting on. I'm betting on Debo to get a touchdown, McCaffrey to get a touchdown, and to go over his rushing yards on a single rush. Not his rushing yards total, but single rush carry. I've got Kittle to get a touchdown. I've got Brock Purdy throwing for at least 2, over 1.5. By the way, I'll throw some of these up here in a minute so you'll see all of them. That way, if you miss them, you'll be able to see them. But I love the offense. I like Elijah Mitchell going over his rushing yards total. You know what I don't like? Yep, you guessed it. I am not at all about Ayuk. Not tonight, only because he's hurt and there are other options. I don't think that means he's bad in fantasy. I mean, that's just not someone I'm betting on, so that tells you enough right there. RB Cito, I'd go Cousins just barely. Again, I'm going to throw another one up here for you guys. We were talking about Daniel Jones, a very popular bet across the country. It's not just me. What are they taking? No surprise, interception. Over half an interception. It's actually the 49ers have not been great at picking off teams just yet. Have been better on the fumbles. But he's thrown a pick in 3 straight games. Daniel Jones, over half an interception tonight. The odds we're getting on that one, just to make sure you guys are tracking it at home, -105. -105. So, another player prop bet there. We're going to put a ton up over the course of the show. When we hit 5,000 likes, I'm going to address the over. I'll talk about the over. Roberto Perez, trade Stevenson and Kirk for Devontae Smith. No. Roberto Perez, no. Start one defense, Jags, Jets, Raiders, Ravens, or Seahawks. Jorge, it's either the Jets or the Seahawks right now for me. Ravens are a dark horse, but that's kind of where I come out on it. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every single day. We are live across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you hit that follow button. Zach, I think I lean slightly towards Mostert. Just more mouths to feed in the Seahawks offense, where Mostert's going to get the majority of touches for the Dolphins. Texas 830. It's all about, is Joe Burrow going to play? I love A.J. Brown this week. I really like Calvin Ridley. So Texas 830. I think you're probably benching Chase. And the fact that Burrow is banged up kind of answers it for you. Ryan, we are going to give out player prop bets throughout the show. But if you want all of my bets, my player prop bets, my game picks, my parlays, everything, DM me on Instagram right now. DM me on Instagram right now. I'll share a referral code for SHARPZ, one of our sponsors. You can download the app. It's absolutely free. You see all of my bets. I connect my sportsbook, so every bet I make automatically populates on the SHARPZ app. You can find every bet I make on every game, not just Thursday night, every game, baseball, NFL, NBA when it comes up, WNBA if I bet the playoffs. So if you want that, just DM me on Instagram, ButtFumble Sports on Instagram. I'll hook you up with a link. That way you can get all my bets. Otherwise, at 5,000 likes, we're going to talk about the over in this game. Over, under? Did I give it away just now? Probably not. Head fake. You won't know unless you join. Okay, I got to find a... I don't know if I like the move I just made. We'll see. Sammy T, 15. I'd start... Ooh, it's tough. I'm definitely starting Amari Cooper. The problem is, if Joe Burrow plays, I like T. Higgins. I'm going to start DJ Moore, Sammy. I'm a little bit concerned about Burrow's status. JP, Ridley, or Waddle. JP, I'm going to go with Ridley because Waddle's concussion. How is he going to bounce back from that? Is he going to play? Ayo, you got to go with the Patriots defense this week. If you got the Patriots defense, this is one of those weeks you got to start them. Danny 7NL, pick 2. Brian Robinson and Moss. Danny 7NL, Brian Robinson and Moss. I like Kelly in a PPR league, but I'm not as crazy about him as some of the other options. By the way, the league I'm drafting right now is such a high-risk league. I just got Jonathan Taylor. I drafted Aaron Jones. I could either have 2 stud running backs or I could have nothing. Ty, Tank Dell, London, or Addison. Ty, it's very close for me between London and Addison. I really like both of them. I'll lean slightly towards Addison, I think, but it's very close. Can't go wrong between the two, really. J. Carr, 713. Geno Smith or Justin Fields this week? J. Carr, 713. I'm going Geno Smith. Let's answer a question. Oh, there you go. Jorge gives us some news. Ayuk is out. Brandon Ayuk is out, everybody. Brandon Ayuk is out with the shoulder injury. Is that what you're hearing? Jorge? Let us know. If someone finds it on Twitter, X, whatever the hell we're calling it these days, let's make sure we're aware of it. Man, I really like my bets now. I bet on everybody but him. Brandon Ayuk, let's check it. Yep, Brandon Ayuk is out, folks. Brandon Ayuk is out tonight. Major news. Boy, do I love my player prop bets now. Oh my goodness. We are cloud nine, buddy. That's Ja. I like Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins over Purdy. I really like Purdy, but not as much as I like Cousins. Speaking of Brock Purdy, if you can get it, over passing touchdowns. Brock Purdy over passing touchdowns, even with Brandon Ayuk out, I would still take this bet if it's available. Hard to find in some places. Some people have taken it off the board. Brock Purdy over 1.5 passing touchdowns is a bet I like tonight. Again, Purdy over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Checking on it, minus 120, minus 113 is the best on FanDuel. Picks coming up. Here are some of the player prop bets we have. We are almost to 5,000 likes. Once we get past 5,000, we'll talk about the total in this game, whether we like the over or the under. Love the fact we're getting in some of these player prop bets today. Black Mamba 24 Yahoo.com. I would go Purdy. I definitely like Purdy more than Daniel Jones tonight. If you're doing a DFS, if you're playing fantasy, regular fantasy, Brock Purdy is definitely the play tonight. It ain't close, folks. It ain't close. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. We're live every single day answering your fantasy football questions, sports betting questions, here to help you guys out every single day. Pedro traded Swift and Hurst for Mostert and Goddard. I'd rather have Swift and Hurst, actually. It's very close. It's a pretty even trade, but I'm letting you know which side I'd rather have. Shroud Ed 00 trade offered Lawrence, Ford, and Brown for Hurts, Kelly, and Ridley. I lost Chubb. I get it. I'm good with it, actually. Hurts, Kelly, and Ridley. I'm good with that trade. I like it. I like it. I'd rather have that side, I think. But it's a pretty even trade either way, so I think you're in pretty good shape, believe it or not. Either way, whoever gets either side of that trade, I think you're in a good spot. Gibbs or Williams? Blockhead, which Williams we talking about? Javonte? If it is, I'd rather start Jahmyr Gibbs. I'd rather start Jahmyr Gibbs if it's Javonte. Appreciate you guys helping us out with our live goal. If you guys subscribe, we will be doing subscriber-only shows later today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, so subscriber-only shows will be a thing here. Jorge, Hunter Henry or David Njoku? Jorge, I would go with David Njoku. Jorge, I'd go David Njoku. Jorge, Brian Robinson or Aaron Jones getting limited snaps? I'm going to lean towards Brian Robinson if it's limited snaps, but if Aaron Jones is a full go, I think it's an easy one. I'd rather go Jones if he's a full go. Daniel, trade Watson, P. Ryan, or Komet, and a second-round pick next year for A.J. Brown and a keeper. I think it's a very fair trade. I'd obviously rather have A.J. Brown. I think he's got great value this year. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. If you do have player prop... Oh, we hit 5,000 likes. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Okay, we're going to be talking about the total now. Because we hit 5,000 likes, we're going to talk about the total. I'm looking at the under on this one, folks. The over's been the better play for the Giants over their last 10. Over has split for the 49ers over their last 10. No Saquon Barkley. Offensive line of the Giants is a mess with injuries. The under's the popular play. However, make sure you're getting it at a good spot. Under 43.5. Right now you can get it minus 110. Would I take it? Yes, I would. Giants, 49ers, under 43.5. I think that's a good bet at minus 115. I really like that. Oh, it's minus 110. Forgive me. I really like that play right now. Sorry, just checking my fantasy. I really like that, but I'd also, if I like it there, I'd move it as well. Alternative line, under 45.5 at minus 147. That's also a good bet that I really like. Just another pick for you guys. I'll show those up on the screen. Again, just going through our round. But I like the under a lot tonight. But if I like it at under 43.5, I'd buy it at multiple places. I'd buy it at 44.5, 45.5, anywhere probably until it gets to minus 200 odds. That's something I really like to do. If I have strong conviction, I may not just take the bet. I may go it to a certain level where the odds continue to kind of favor me. Tucker, I'd go Keenan Allen. Tucker, I'd go with Keenan Allen. Vince, I'd go Cousins over Allen. Yep, Vince, I'd go Kirk Cousins over Allen. Stephen Cook, Ayuk is out. He is out tonight. Ayuk is out tonight. We got that from Jorge watching on YouTube. Thanks, Jorge. Gavin, I'd go Mike Williams. Gavin, I'd go Mike Williams. Squealers, let's go. Subscriber, let's go. Welcome to the Butt Fumble Sports community. We have achieved our subscriber goal. Unbelievable support you guys show us. Squealers, let's frickin' go. So pumped to have you as a part of this community. It is awesome. So pumped. Way to be a part of the Butt Fumble Sports team. Ty, who wins the trade? I'd rather have Swift and Kirk. Ty, I'd rather have Swift and Kirk. Tyler Mann, I'd start Moss. Tyler Mann, I'd start Moss. Squealers, so pumped to have you as a part of the team, buddy. That's awesome. Gilla 4480. Gilla 4480. Need to drop one. Akers, Gainwell, Freiermuth, or Hunter Henry. Of all of them, I would drop Gainwell. I think he got his spot taken by DeAndre Swift. So I'd go with dropping Gainwell. Steve B. Very tough for me. Steve B, I'm going to lean towards Waller. I don't feel good about it, Steve B, but that's where I'm going to end up. OJ Fisher, I'm going to go with Breece Hall just barely. Don't feel great about it, but I'm going to lean towards Breece Hall. Rob, sit James Conner? Yes. Rob Jackson, I'd absolutely sit him. Waller or Addison, non-PPR. Casey, I'd go with Addison. I'd go with Addison on that one. Casey, I'd go with Addison. Thank you guys so much for not just helping me out hit my live goal, but my subscriber goal. You guys are the best. Cannot say thank you guys enough for how you guys support me, the network, the show, every single day. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're following us. We're live every day. We're going to have subscriber-only shows, so hopefully you guys decide to become a subscriber today like Squealers. Up, I'd go with Ford. Up, I'd go with Ford. I don't really like them this week, but if I had to go in one direction with either Hunt or Ford, I'd definitely go with Ford this week, and it's not close. Not close for me. I think Kareem Hunt's not going to play nearly as big a factor as people may think. Forgive me, just making a pick. More and more, I'm drafting Elijah Mitchell in a lot of these leagues as a safety running back, because don't you feel like Christian McCaffrey is going to get hurt at some point? Jackson, we did talk about the spread already. I like the 49ers minus 7.5, and I like the 49ers minus 8.5. So, 49ers minus 8.5 is going to be my ceiling. I think it's going to be a 9-point game at worst. At worst. So, that's what I'm going to go with. I know that's an alternative line, but at minus 8.5, I'm still getting it at minus 140. I think it's a great play. I'll fold it into some parlays as well as 49ers on the money line. Something I recommend to a lot of you guys is if you love the 49ers tonight, take them on the money line, put them in some parlays. Not crazy, not 6, 7, 8 game parlays, but like 3 games, 4 games. That's what I would do. Daniel, I would go with Sutton. Daniel, I'd go with Sutton. TB watching on YouTube. TB, I'll start Kelly and Javonte. Isaiah Bolin watching on YouTube. Trade, no. Isaiah Bolin, I would not do that trade. Civ D. Debo over half a receiving touchdown. Here's my question, Civ V. Why do I need to make it a receiving touchdown? I would just take an anytime touchdown. Civ D 23. I do like that bet. I'm going to put it up here as well. I like Debo Samuel over anytime touchdown. But again, it's an anytime touchdown. It is not exclusively a receiving touchdown. I would not necessarily go there. I think that's probably what will happen, but do I have enough confidence in it? No. So I'm not going to take that bet if I don't have enough confidence in it. Again, we are team cashing tickets here. Over half a touchdown, plus 105. That's perfectly fine for me. Plus 105, I'm going to take it. Again, my picks are coming up. I'll show you guys the screen again in just a second. Would you try to trade Amari Cooper for Ridley? Austin, yes, I would, I think. Average Joe renovation. Ayuk is out. Ayuk is out tonight. There is no Brandon Ayuk tonight. Trade Moss for Ertz. No, no, no. Moss is a valuable running back. Do not do that deal. There are plenty of other tight ends I'd rather have than Zach Ertz. Jacoby, I'd rather go with Algier. Jacoby, I'd rather go with Algier. JC, I'm going to start Olave and Debo. JC, Olave and Debo. I know that Olave has Jair Alexander, but I'm still going to trust him over Puka, probably to my detriment. A2 Bucks. Sit Henry because of the Browns defense? No, I think you got to start Henry. I think you got to start Henry. Medi, yo, start 2. Sanders, Rashad White, Swift, or Michael Thomas. Forgive me, I'm going to make my pick in this fantasy league really quick. I would go with Swift. Medi, I'll go Swift and Michael Thomas. Swift and Michael Thomas. Just barely Michael Thomas over Sanders, but it's very close. Greg B, I'd go Amari Cooper. Greg B, I'd go Amari Cooper. User 36, Christian McCaffrey, over 150 rushing plus receiving yards and over 80 rushing yards. On both of those, I'm taking the under. I'm not going to put them up on my screen. I researched those prior to the show. I'm taking the under on both of those. Now, they're not bets I'm going to make, but part of the reason I'm not making the bet is because it's an underplay. I think Elijah Mitchell is going to get more opportunities in this game, more touches, more yards. I don't think that Kyle Shanahan wants to burn out Christian McCaffrey this early in the season on a short week against a team that he should beat. So I think that Kyle Shanahan's going to be a bit more conservative with Christian McCaffrey. I think that's good for Elijah Mitchell prop bets. I think that's good for Deebo Samuel and George Kittle prop bets. I like Christian McCaffrey on over half a touchdown. I like him on over, I think it's like 17.5 rushing yards on a single rush. Longest run of the game for him. I like that over. But I wouldn't take his over rushing plus receiving yards or his total rushing yards. I think that's going to be a tough bet to cash. Bo, Ayuk is out. Bo Weatherford 1. Ayuk is out. Ayuk is not playing tonight. Question is answered for you. Give me 1 second. I've got to make another fantasy pick in this league. Boom. Who do I start week 3? Mixon, Mostert, Williams, regular fantasy. Daniel, I'd go with Mostert over Mixon and Williams. I would go with Mostert, as long as that's Javonte Williams. If it's Mike Williams, I feel differently. But if it's Javonte Williams, I like Mostert more than Javonte and more than Mixon. Start 2, Godwin, Amari Cooper, Pickens, full PPR. Great question, Jay. I'm going to go Amari Cooper, and I'll lean slightly towards Pickens just because Slay is going to be on Godwin. Talon Wolf, yes I would. Talon Wolf, I would drop Dalvin Cook for Joshua Kelly. When we get to 10,000 likes, I'm going to give out an MLB game pick. When we get out to 10,000 likes, I'm going to give out an MLB game pick. So hit that like button if you're watching on TikTok. Christian Vasquez watching on YouTube. I'd go Jahmyr Gibbs. Christian Vasquez, I'd go Jahmyr Gibbs. Jorge, I'm leaning towards Tyreek Hill. Even against Patrick Surtain II, I still take Tyreek Hill. And I'm going to start Zay Flowers. So Hill and Flowers. Thoughts on FanDuel boost? McCaffrey over 50 rushing yards. Debo. There's a reason those boosts are a trap, guys. I don't play those boosts. I feel like they're always a trap. No. Celos, C-L-O-S, half PPR. Who should I start? RB1, RB2. I would go, wow, I hate who you have. I'd go Algier 1 and maybe Jalen Warren too, either Warren or Rashad White, but I hate who you have. I cannot stress that enough. Youngstar 210, do I accept Swift and Connor for Saquon? No, don't do it, Youngstar, don't do it. I don't think that's a good trade, at least right now. I'm just goated, I'd go with Kelly. I'm just goated, I'd go with Kelly. Answering your fantasy questions across all of these different platforms, no matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. We are live every single day. There will not be one day of the year that I'm not live, so make sure you follow us, because that way you never miss a show. Cameron, I would start Aaron Jones. He's been practicing. If he's practicing today, I bet he's going to play and be a pretty, 80, 85% go. I still think that's a worthwhile move for me. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. If you have not done so, hit that follow button. I'm just making a pick in this fantasy league that we're drafting for. By the way, once we're done with this league, I'm going to start another one. We're going to keep creating leagues until at least 7 o'clock. So plenty of opportunities to get in a fantasy football league. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. You heard that right. $0 buy-in, $250 prize pool to the winner, $0 buy-in. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram. JT, lost Chubb and Eckler, what to do? Go to that waiver wire. You didn't lose Eckler for the year, so he'll be back. But Chubb you lost for the year, so you're going to have to make moves now. It happens. You'll be okay. Josh, start Puka? Yes, if you don't have better options. But yes, he is worth a start, especially at the flex. Seth McAfee, I'd go Stafford. Seth, I'd go with Matt Stafford over Daniel Jones. Guys, I hate Daniel Jones tonight. Hate. I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't draft him. I wouldn't do anything involving Daniel Jones tonight. There is nothing about him that I like. Not a single thing. Jay, Amon-Ra St. Brown for Ford and Evans. Is that fair? I'd rather have Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think it could be a good trade long term if Ford actually pays off, but that's a big if. Jay, I understand the move. If you want to pull the trigger on it, I'm not going to talk you off the ledge. If you need the running back, I totally get it. I'd just rather have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Should I trade Chase? Just bong water. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Brandon, 559. Robinson for Ayuk. I have Eckler, Kelly. Well, Ayuk's out this week. I think he'll obviously be back. I understand it. I don't like giving up Brian Robinson because I'm big on him, so I'm not as high on making that move as maybe you are. Goff or Stafford. I'm going to lean towards Goff, just barely, Kobe. I think it's a safer play. Doc McLovin. I'm going to go with Michael Thomas, just barely. Ram, Ingram, and Wilson for Ridley. Ram, I'd do that deal. History guy, 76. Richardson, if he comes out of protocol. Goff or Fields. Which two to start? Oh, I'd start Richardson and Goff. If I had to start two. History guy, 76. Let's answer a couple questions on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Kane, TTV, good day. Josh Jacobs upside, buy low. Yes, I do understand that move. Should I trade Herbert or Jalen Reed? I trade Herbert for sure. Sean, 0191. Should I trade St. Brown and Kyron for Tyreek? Yes. Sean, 0191. I would absolutely do that. Jack Woody, trade Montgomery and Drake London. No, I like both of them. I wouldn't trade them. I actually think they're going to get even better. John 24. Should I take A.J. Brown, Evans, Puka, Addison, and Judy? I love Evans and Addison this week, but I'd go A.J. Brown. Suns 01, I'd go Mostert. Suns 01, I would go with Mostert. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. We are live every single day across all of our platforms. That way you never miss a show if you hit that follow button. So make sure you do so today. This draft is about to conclude. We're almost done drafting this league. I'm going to start another league immediately after. So if you guys want to be a part of a fantasy football league and compete against Butt Fumble Sports, we are going to start that league in literally 2 minutes, everybody. We are going to open up that league in 2 minutes. I was able to trade Puka for A.J. Brown and Mostert. How? What a ridiculous trade. You stole that one. I'm just goated. Cook and Hopkins for Metcalf. Absolutely. Mark Raymond, start 2. Mark Raymond, I would start Swift and Kirk. Mark Raymond, I'd start Swift and Kirk. Benjamin, I would start Zach Moss. Benjamin, I would start Zach Moss. Going to get back to your questions across all these platforms, but we have a new fantasy league to start, guys. If you guys want to be a part of a fantasy league with us, all you have to do is DM us on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. We are going to start another league for you guys. Yes, League 38. Believe it or not, that's how many leagues we've participated in. We want to be in as many leagues with you guys as possible. So, if you haven't done so already, make sure you DM us on Instagram. We'll share a link with you guys. That way you can get in on the league. I will prioritize those who haven't been in a league before. So, if you're DMing me for the first time, I will definitely try and get you in the league right away. But, that said, I am going to hand it out to some of our regulars as well if they want to be in it. Going to give the chance to a lot of people. Appreciate all those that are joining us. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. By the way, Anthony, we're going to share that with you as well. Cameron, give me 1 second. We're going to share that with you guys right now. Some of you guys want my player prop bets. Some of you guys want my bets. I'm going to give out that link right now, that referral code. That referral code's going out now. Also giving out that referral code. A couple of you guys were asking about it. So I'm going to hook you up with as well. Anthony, you just got it. I know a bunch of you guys are hitting me up about the fantasy league, so let's get Bo Weatherford. Bo Weatherford, let's get you in here. Jack Woodward, what's happening, Jack? Hope every name I'm saying is a follower. Would be wonderful if you guys aren't just playing against us, but also following us. Street Shop Performance, guess what? You just got a fantasy league link. Risk Taker, I'm going to give some other people the opportunity first. I'll come back to you if we don't get enough people to sign up, but I want to give other people the shot. Richardson, Russ, or Love. Ty, if Richardson comes out of protocol, I'd go Richardson. Dak Rusher. So, if you guys don't know, Stephon Diggs, injured, out for the year. Knee injury, devastating injury, really upsetting, really unfortunate. But does that still mean the Dallas defense is a top 5 defense? I believe so. I think that they still are. I don't think that ultimately knocks them completely off. So I'm still a believer in them being a top 5 defense. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. We are live every single day, guys. Every single day. If you guys want to be a part of this fantasy league, just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. We have, let's see. We have 6 spots left, everybody. 6 spots left in this league. We'll draft right once we start, once we get it filled. Braden, I'd go with Purdy. I think I'd lean towards Purdy this week, Braden. It's very close between Purdy and Lamar. Sal, thanks so much, Sal. Thanks for the confetti. Kali lifts. I'd go with Godwin. Especially in a PPR, I'd go Godwin. Gino or Burrow. I'm leaning towards Gino Flash Agile too. Just because Burrow's injury, I'm leaning towards Gino. Appreciate all those who are joining us. Again, $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. $0 buy-in, $0 buy-in, $250 prize pool. So, if you guys want to be a part of this fantasy league, DM me right now. Only 3 spots left. 3 spots left. Meanwhile, if you're watching on Twitch, Kick, or on YouTube, all of my bets are on the screen right now. Let's get to 10,000 likes. I'll give out 2 MLB game picks. When we hit 10,000 likes, I'm going to give out 2 MLB game picks. Good opportunity for me to do that while I hand out some fantasy links as well. So let's get up to 10,000 likes and let's give out 2 MLB game picks. 2 MLB game picks will be coming your way once we hit 10,000 likes. KC, I'd go Algier. KC, I'd go Algier. Cohen, I'm going to lean towards Ridley, but it's very close. I like them both. Matthew, I'd go Ridley. Matthew, I'd go Ridley over Pittman. Brody, I'm going to lean slightly towards... Ooh, it's very close. I'm going to lean slightly towards Trevor Lawrence. Just barely. I know the matchup against the Cardinals is very favorable, but... handing out that fantasy link. That said, we again are also giving you guys the opportunity if you guys want to be a part of this fantasy league, it is 2 spots left. 2 spots left. But we've hit 10,000 likes because you guys are awesome. Let's give out some MLB picks. I'm taking the Tigers on the money line, folks. Tigers on the money line. Tariq Skubal, the starting pitcher of the Tigers, has been outstanding of late. Outstanding. I'm taking the Tigers on the money line tonight. Tigers on the money line. You can get that at -154. -154. Another bet that I'm taking, not going to surprise you guys with this one. Dodgers on the money line against the rival Giants. Plenty of motivation on this one. Dodgers on the money line. I'll show you guys what that is going off at in terms of odds. Dodgers on the odds, -180. Good opportunity to take the Dodgers. Rarely now do you get the Dodgers -180 on the money line. Good bet there. So 2 MLB bets. I'll give you guys one more. Let's go with a no run in the first inning play. I'm going to take Tigers, A's, no run in the first inning. Tigers and A's, no run in the first inning. So 3 MLB bets for you. I will give out 3 more MLB bets when we hit 15,000 likes. 3 more MLB bets when we hit 15,000 likes. Appreciate all of those who are joining us. Again, we have a fantasy football league that we're filling up right now. The league starts tonight. It goes all season long. Make sure that you guys get into that league. Just DM me on Instagram. That league has 1 spot left. Make sure you sign up right now. Only 1 spot left. Once we fill it, we will draft it. 1 spot left, everybody. Once we fill it, we will draft. Jonathan Churchill, you just got it. All of those who didn't get in, DM me right now and just say, hey, I missed. I didn't get in. We'll get you guys in on the next one. We're going to set up this draft right now. We're going to do drafts at least until 7 o'clock. At least. So plenty of opportunity to still get in on these drafts. Randomizing the draft order. It has been randomized. We are going to start this draft right now. So even though it says 5:10, we're going to start this draft right now. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate you. We're going to start this draft right now, everybody. Opening up the draft room, and we start. Again, I'll answer. I'm the last pick in the draft. I'm pick number 10 of each round, of the first round, rather. So, perfect. My picks go back-to-back. Every time I make that loop and I snake around, I will answer some prop bet questions. I know a couple of you guys have prop bet questions. We'll be using the Outlier app to answer all of your player prop bet questions. Here are the prop bets that we have so far up on the board, presented by SHARPZ. Again, if you guys haven't done so, DM me on Instagram to get a link and referral code to the SHARPZ app so you can get all of my bets every single day. Every day I give out those picks. Sorry to those who didn't miss it, but if you keep watching the show, the moment this draft concludes, we'll start another league. Let's get to answering your fantasy questions. Kobe, I'd go with Geno Smith over Justin Fields. I'd go Geno Smith over Justin Fields. Braxt, full PPR, I'd go Joshua Kelly. Braxt in the full PPR, I'd go Joshua Kelly. Slayton Hatley, I'd go Kirk Cousins just barely. I'd go Kirk Cousins just barely. Sal, Daniel Jones under 16.5 fantasy points. I like that one, Sal. I'd lean in that direction. Yep. Sam, should I trade Justin Fields and Addison for Jahmyr Gibbs and Christian Kirk? Yes, Sam, as much as I like Jordan Addison, I think Gibbs and Kirk are plenty of value in exchange for those 2 players. Braden, I'm going to lean slightly towards Amari Cooper. I think it's very close between the 2. I really like both of them, if I'm being honest. I'm going to lean slightly in the direction of Amari Cooper just because the matchup is so favorable, but very, very close, everybody. Very, very close. Making my picks right now in this fantasy league. There we go. If you haven't done so, make sure you hit the follow button, everybody. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. Burrow or Geno, the Keegan Franzen. I'd go Geno Smith. Slayton Hatley, I'd go Kittle. Schwagman, I would go with Jerry Jeudy. Schwagman 8, I'd go Jerry Jeudy. Boo, I'd go Njoku. I'd go Njoku just barely over Hunter. Very close, though. VSCO vibes, I'm going to go with, I'd rather have Najee and Flowers. Let's answer some of your player prop bets. I know Jorge's got some. He's asking about Deebo Samuel and total receptions. So, while people are making their picks in this fantasy league, let's answer some player prop bet questions rather. So, Deebo Samuel on receptions. Let's go look at that one. Total receptions for Deebo. Where are we here? There we go. So it's 4.5 right now. The over, very popular at 56% implied probability. Looking at the trends, hasn't been a great trend necessarily, but games played without Brandon Ayuk. Let's see it. Oh, no data. Oh, let's go to 2022. No data. They haven't played without him in a while, so that tells you something right there. How about at home? Home games, not a great trend. So I do have Deebo Samuel. I could see him getting over 4.5, but it's not as good a trend as you may think. So maybe you want to take it without Brandon Ayuk, but Jorge, not as good a trend as people would have hoped. That's Deebo Samuel, total receptions. Let's answer another question. Christian Vasquez, Matt Breida, over 7.5 rushing attempts. Let's go look at that one. Matt Breida, 7.5 rushing attempts. Right now, it's already moved to 8.5, so that's already a good sign in some ways. The problem is the under does have the better implied probability. Over right now, oh, there you see, you can get it at 7.5. Obviously hasn't been a good trend. Nothing about this is going to suggest it's a good trend. I'm not crazy about it just because there's not a lot of data behind it. If you want to ride with it, you might be sweating it. Maybe it gets to 10, but I'm not as crazy about it as some others. Do we still have time to answer another one? Really quickly, let's go to George Kittle. George Kittle, total receiving yards. George Kittle, total receiving yards. 47.5. The over has the better implied probability. Hasn't been a great trend. How about in home games? Actually has been better in home games, so a little bit of hope there. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, you can see this up on my screen right now. George Kittle, over 49.5 receiving yards is a good play. You can't get anything better than that, unfortunately. Let's get back to answering some fantasy football questions on TikTok. I will prioritize those who give gifts. So, if you have contributed, like Mike, you got to go TJ Hawkinson. Mike, you got to go TJ Hawkinson over Sam Laporta. Giga Chad, yes, we can grade. We can grade trades. We can grade rosters. We're here for it. Mike has another question. Pick one for the flex. Kenneth Walker III, Drake London, Atwell, Sam Laporta. Mike, I'm going to lean slightly towards Drake London, just barely over Kenneth Walker. It's very close between the two. Wish you could start both. Cam, thanks for contributing. Madison still a must start? I never thought he was a must start. Cam, I don't like him at all. Didn't like him before. Don't like him now. Debo, Poppy, we just went through that. So hopefully we gave you a little bit of good data on that one. Thoughts on Zach Moss? I think he could be a good play in the flex position. Hunter Henry or Mark Andrews? Got to go Mark Andrews. Hernan, great to see you. Flex play, I'd go Swift, just barely over Addison. Hernan, Swift just barely over Addison, but it's close. Flash Agile 2, I'd go with Pickens. Flash Agile 2, I'd go with Pickens. Appreciate all of those who are with us every single day. Appreciate you guys being with us. We are live across every single platform. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. We're live every single day. Make sure you hit that follow button. That way you never miss a show. We are prioritizing those who gift and those who contribute to the show. So, that's who we're looking for. Hernan, we got you. Thanks so much. Drew, 7382. Daniel Jones, under, over, 8.5 rushing attempts. Let's look at that one, folks. Daniel Jones and rushing attempts. We're getting a player prop bet question from Drew. Daniel Jones and rushing attempts. 7.5. The under's the implied probability favorite on this one. Under is a very good 57.5 implied probability on the under. I would take the under, folks. I know that the trend has been on the over, but I like the under on this one. I don't think they want to jeopardize his health with the 49ers. I'm going to lean towards the under right now. I know you're seeing on the screen 6.5, but 7.5 is the better play. Looking at it on the road, every other game this is hit, it would mean that it would miss this game. Would make sense that it would miss. Appreciate all of you guys supporting the show. Make sure that you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that follow button. If you guys need help with your fantasy leagues, your sports bets, and you're worried that I'm missing your question, all you have to do is contribute to the show, and we will make sure that we see it. A little icon shows up. Make sure that I see it every time. Hockey Bro 1 on Twitch. Trade Bijan and Mike Evans for Lamar Jackson, Jacobs, Atwell, and Ayuk. I'd rather have Bijan Evans. I'd rather have Bijan and Evans. Jorge, Tigers on the money line. That's right, Jorge. Top Dog, what's up? Top Dog's asking about Darius Slayton and receptions. Darius Slayton and receptions. Let's quickly look at that one. Hopefully we have enough time. Darius Slayton and receptions. 2.5. The over's a great play. Over 3 out of the last 4 games and a good implied probability. Darius Slayton over 2.5 receptions. I'm going to put that one on my board as well. Darius Slayton over 2.5 receptions. That's going off. I thought it was at minus 150. Minus 140. Minus 140 on DraftKings. Minus 140. So a good play. Darius Slayton Darius Slayton over 2.5 receptions. Let's get back to answering some fantasy football questions for you guys on TikTok. Nathan, I'd go with Algier. Appreciate those who are contributing to the show, like Jonathan Carpenter. Jonathan Carpenter W, I'd go Brian Robinson. Matt, are you starting Jerome Ford in your league? Not this week. Not a good matchup against the Titans this week, Matt. But in weeks to come, I think he's going to be a good play. Jonathan, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it. Aaron, I've sent a gift. All right. By the way, I'm going to give you guys a tip. When you give a gift, don't then use a comment saying I gave a gift or anything. Just write your question. I'm looking for them right now. The more you ask me to look, the less times I'm going to see it. Just write the question. I'll see it eventually. I'm working hard to. Martin Ramirez, I'd go Zay Flowers. I'm going to jump on down to the latest questions. Jerry L, I'm going to lean towards, it's close. Jerry L, I'm going to lean towards Stafford. I don't like it at all. It's probably Fields is a better play, but I just don't trust Fields right now. Jerry L, got that. Danny, Estelita. Would you go Geno Smith or Trevor Lawrence? Danny, it's very close. I'm going to lean towards Trevor Lawrence just barely, but it's very, very close for me. Appreciate all of those who are watching the show, no matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you hit that follow button. That way you never miss our show. We are live every single day, so make sure you hit that follow button. I'm just making my picks right now. Once I do that, I'm back to answering your fantasy questions. Sal, Elijah Mitchell over 29.5 rushing yards. Yes, I do like that one, Sal. It is a bet that I'm giving out. Let's go look at it really quick. Elijah Mitchell over on his rushing yards, 29.5. Good implied probability, minus 130 on the bet. I am taking it. Elijah Mitchell over 29.5 rushing yards at minus, what's that again? Minus 130. Another player prop bet for you guys. I'm giving out a ton over the course of the show. But if you want all of them, just DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. I'll share a link so you can get all of my picks every single day. The SHARPZ app is where I post all of my bets. Every single bet that I make every single day is on the SHARPZ app. So if you want it, the SHARPZ app, DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports, and I'll share that with you. Prop bets are up on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. I'm going to get back to answering your fantasy questions right now. Seabird, thanks for supporting the show. Seabird, I'm going to lean towards Algier, actually. Sam Cheesy 37. I'd go Sam Cheesy. I lean towards Robinson and Pittman right now. Cole Domek. I'd go Kenneth Walker over in yards. I probably like it. I haven't looked at it yet. I'll look at it really quick, even though we're really not looking at Sunday's games yet. Kenneth Walker, the under's the better implied probability. The under has the better implied probability than over in rushing yards. The under might be a better play, actually, but we're going to revisit that on Sunday. Kittle or Hunter Henry? I'd go Kittle, I think. It's very close. I've been flipping back and forth on that one. Charlie Casey. If you had just written your question, man, I'm literally seeing you ask me to look at your question, but I'm not seeing your question. Martin Ramirez. Should have been more specific, my bad. Oh, wow. Hollywood Brown or Zay Jones. Man, I don't like either one. I'm probably going Zay Jones, but I don't like either one. Maybe Hollywood Brown because the PPR. I don't like either one. Mike, 2-2 lose value with cutback? Absolutely he does. Okay, I'm flipping down to the bottom of your questions. So, Charlie Casey. Dude, Charlie, I love you, dude. Charlie Casey, instead of writing, I have sent my question over 50 times. If you had just written it just then, I would have seen it. Your other questions don't necessarily have the icon. Other people have commented. It's so frustrating because, frankly, it's like I'm just about to answer you. I see you. And if you instead just write it, it's too bad, man. It's too bad. Matt Holiday, I'd go Algier. Dylan is chillin', I'd go Justin Fields. Mike, I did see Trayvon Diggs out for the year. Devastating, brutal injury for the Cowboys. Means that Stephon Gilmore is that much more valuable, but brutal. Okay. Analyx, I'm trying not to say anal, but Analyx, 7. Trying to answer your question, finally found it. Jacobs over Gibbs. I like Gibbs this week. I think Jacobs is a good play. I think Gibbs is a better play. I'll go Gibbs. Gibbs over Jacobs. Thanks so much for the gifts, by the way. By the way, thanks for writing your question multiple times, by the way. Thank you. It made it easy for me to see it. Okay, let's see if Charlie learned. I'm looking for your question, Charlie. I'm looking for your question. Write it. Looking for that question, Charlie. Maybe TikTok hates you, Charlie. Ever thought about that? I'm looking for your question, Charlie. Write your question right now. I got to make my picks, so a perfect time for you to ask your question. And I will absolutely see it, and I will absolutely answer it. So make sure you throw it in the comment section now. Okay, Charlie? Let's see if we can find Charlie, maybe they do. If he just wrote his question. I would have seen it 3 times now. Drew, 73-82. Matt Breida, under 8.5 fantasy points. Yes, Drew, I like that. Drew, I like the under on it. Appreciate all of you guys watching the show. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. Yeah, Dylan is chilling. You got that one right. Dylan is chilling. Called that one right. Charlie, I'm still looking for your question. If you just wrote it multiple times. Gunner, I would go with Wilson. I'd go with Wilson. Yabba, I know, dude. What can I do? Yabba? Nick, Puka, Godwin, or Pickens? Nick, I'm going to go with the hot hand, and I'm going to go Pickens just barely. Dylan is chilling, probably shadowed. Could be possible, by the way. JP Flores, Tua, Waddle, Sanders for Lawrence, Ridley, Kamara. It's very close. It's a fair trade. I think I'd rather go Tua Waddle if Tua stays healthy, but it's very fair. Very close. Amari Cooper or Collins? Kara, I'd go Cooper. I'd go Cooper. Okay, I'm gonna shoot down to the bottom of the bottom of the comment section. Let's see if Charlie wrote his question. Let's see. Dylan. Let's see. Charlie! We see it, Charlie. Let's go! Charlie Casey. Let's go, Charlie. Okay. Charlie's question is start 3. Fortunately, this is a very easy question for me, Charlie. Easy one for me to answer. So, Charlie Casey, this one goes out to you, buddy. This one's for all the hard work trying to get this question answered. Charlie, I would go with Walker, Pollard, and Etienne. Charlie asked, which 3 would I start of these 4? Kyron Williams, Walker, Pollard, and Etienne. Charlie Casey, I would start Kenneth Walker III, Tony Pollard, and Travis Etienne. I would start those 3. Way to go. Way to go, Charlie. Welcome to the team. Abraham, I'm not trusting Najee. Not this week. Charlie Casey, now I see your question multiple times. You're doing a great job, Charlie. That's how you do it. Charlie got it. Colombiano, I'd go Swift. I'd go Swift. Matt Holiday, I'm going to lean towards Kelly just barely over Warren. Barely over Warren. Matthew Stark, trade Kelsey for Bijan and Kittle. Matthew Stark, I like that trade, actually. Giga Chad, you DM'd me about getting my picks. Yep, Flash Agile. Terrence, oh, we got some people who want those picks. Guys, I'm going to set you guys up. I have my picks coming up right now in the Fantasy League, so I'm just going to draft really quickly. And once I finish my picks, I will send you guys some links so you guys can get in on this Fantasy League. Or, sorry, in my picks. Sorry, misspoke. You guys want my picks, my player prop bets, and everything else? I'm about to give that out right now. By the way, those leagues do fill up very fast. So if you want to be a part of those leagues, don't worry, plenty of opportunity. But yes, they do fill up very quickly. I gotta get a link. Boom, 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 boom. Give me 1 second, everybody. Where's my... Ugh. This is brutal right now. Give me 1 second, everybody. 1 second. Oh my God, where is this? Oh, here it is. Great. Okay, I'm going to share that referral code and link with all of those who want my player prop bets, my game picks. So Flash Agile, I got you. Terrence Carr, got you. Bruce Greenlee, I got you. Ryan, don't worry, we'll get you in the Fantasy League next time. If you guys want all of my picks every single day, all you have to do is DM me on Instagram, ButtFumble Sports on Instagram. I'll send you a referral code and link, and that way you can download the SHARPZ app, get every one of my bets every single day. Let's get back to answering your fantasy questions, everybody. By the way, want to show some love? Christian Vasquez, appreciate you watching. My fantasy picks are coming up in a little bit, but Supper CNB Challengers just got offered Higgins and Walker for CD. I'd rather have CD Lamb right now. D. Frazier, should I start Henry, Hunter Henry, or Goddard? I'd start Hunter Henry. Makeem Ak Cheese. I'm probably butchering that. Get Eckler, give Brown and Wilson. You have so many good wide receivers. I think it's a good trade. That was answering a question on Twitch. On YouTube, Dak or Tua this week. Lachlan on YouTube, I'd go Dak. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every single day. I am answering all of your fantasy questions as well as sports betting questions. I'm just making my picks right now. Boom. Let's get back to answering your questions. Big Izzle, I'd go Kelsey. Big Izzle, I'd go Kelsey. Aaron, write your question in the comment section multiple times. We've learned the trick. Caesar Ochoa, should I trade Henry or Goddard to upgrade my flex? Sure. You could trade either one to try to upgrade. Enrique Hernandez, I'd go Kittle. Briar Higgins, trade. Brown, Williams, and Christian Kirk receive Gibbs and Waddle. Briar Higgins, I do the deal. Briar Higgins, I do the trade if I'm getting Gibbs and Waddle. Pick. Addison, Hopkins, Sanders, I'd go Addison. Pick, I'd go with Addison. Caleb Corser, I'd go Hunter Henry. Will Fox, I would start. Will Fox, I think I'd start Ford and Warren, but I don't like it. Cartier 6, I'd go with Pickens. Cartier 6, I'd go Pickens. Zach Morgan, I'd go Zay Flowers. You know what's hilarious? Someone just asked me would they start Henry Ruggs, and in his bio said rice, beans, and Jesus Christ. Man, what a weirdo. Okay. Jacob Price, do I trade Kelsey away for Hawkinson, Ford, and JT? That might be an interesting trade. I don't know if you're getting enough value back, funny enough, but it's an interesting idea. User 80971, pick 2. Jacobs, Mostert, or Ramondre Stevenson. I'll lean slightly towards Ramondre, I think. Pick 2. Ramondre Stevenson and Mostert. Mostert and Stevenson. I prioritize. Joseph Ramirez, Giants game over tonight? No, Joseph, we're taking the under. Joseph, we're going with the under. I'm going to prioritize those who have given a gift. Cam, I'd go Christian Kirk. Trace, I'd go with Swift. I'd go Swift over Javonte. Anthony, I would go with Drake London. I'd go with Drake London. Caesar Ochoa. Which one should you trade? Goddard, if you could, but I think there's more value in Hunter Henry for the opposing owner, so they may ask for that one. Trace, I'd go Swift. If you guys want me to answer your question, just give a gift and write the question multiple times after the fact. I'm always looking for them, so if I don't answer them, just means I haven't seen it yet. Appreciate all of you guys being with us, answering all of your fantasy questions every single frickin' day, folks. Hunter Henry or Kincaid? I'd go Hunter Henry. Traded away Moss and Ford for Chase. Big Bread, I love it. Waller, a good play tonight. Pookie, maybe, but I'm not crazy about him. Don't you feel the 49ers are aware of him and they're going to try and stop him more than anybody? DN, I'd go Reynolds. I'd go with Reynolds. Aaron, I just shot down to the bottom of the chat. So write your question in here a couple times, because Aaron, I haven't seen your question yet, and I'm looking for it, and I don't want to frustrate you. So just write it a couple times. Copy and paste it a couple times in the comment section. Because you gave the gift, I'll definitely see you. But I want to make sure that those who contribute, Aaron, I want to make sure that I answer that question. Aiden, I'd go Justin Herbert. Aiden Broach, I'd go Justin Herbert. Herbert over Lawrence. Justin Credible. You got to write it a couple times. Sometimes for some reason maybe it doesn't show up. But just copy and paste it a couple times. I'll keep looking for it. I'm certainly not avoiding you or ignoring you. I would not do that to you. But I don't know. Maybe sometimes TikTok's a little bitchy about some things. I don't know. Because I keep looking for you guys. I keep scrolling through. Appreciate all those who are watching. Appreciate all those who... Just incredible. Guys, you do this every time. I've posted 100 times. If you had written the question instead of saying I've posted 100 times, I would have gotten you. Maybe the questions you asked, you didn't give a gift at that time, so maybe it doesn't have the icon. Maybe I just lost it in the stack. Maybe it didn't show up. Here's the point. I didn't see it or I would have answered it, but writing I've posted 100 times does nothing. Does nothing. I'm trying so hard to answer your questions, guys. I'm certainly not avoiding you. So, Justin, don't think I'm being sassy with you. I'm trying so hard. Just write your question a couple times. We had that with someone else a little bit earlier. I appreciate you. Sal, best player prop bet for the night. I'm going to throw those up on my screen if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick in 1 second. I just have one bet to make. One pick to make. Justin, you don't have to give more. You've certainly given enough. But just write your question in there a couple times. Just copy and paste it. I'll do everything I can to answer it. I certainly don't want to upset you. You know I don't want to upset myself. So, anyways, I'm definitely going to try and answer that question. So, if you haven't yet, just write it a couple more times. I'll look for it, man. Churro, I'd go with Ridley. Just incredible. I keep sending LOL. Guys, how about this? One of my subscribers, if you see it, pin it. If you see it, pin it. Willie, should I be concerned about Garrett Wilson? This week, yes. Good matchup against the Patriots. Carter, I'd go Patriots defense. Just incredible. We're going to find this. By the way, Sal, a couple of the player prop bets that I have given out so far, we're going to put that up on our screen right now. And guys, we will start another fantasy league in a minute. But all of our picks are up here. We've hit 15,000 likes. I promise you guys more MLB picks when we hit 15,000 likes. So, Cubs, money line. Cubs on the money line, minus 165. Cubs on the money line, minus 165. By the way, I'm going to keep looking for the question of those who I missed. Cesar Ochoa, should I hang on to Flowers? Absolutely. Justin, oh my God. I wonder if I don't resend, copy, and paste it in comments. Justin, why am I seeing all your comments but your question? Just write the question. I've seen everything but that. Cam, do you give advice on defensive players? Cam, sure we do. Kyle Bond, it's not subscriber only, so I should be seeing his question. I don't know why I'm not. Maybe we should make it subscriber only, that way I couldn't miss it. Oh my goodness. But no, Kyle, not a subscriber only chat. Just incredible. I am right now. How can you be writing I am right now and I'm missing it? Justin, do me a favor. I'm frustrated enough. DM me on Instagram. Just write it on Instagram. Buttfumble Sports, DM me. I'll answer it right away. Just incredible. I'm literally standing by to answer it for you because I feel terrible. There must be something wrong in the algorithm. Mike, rate my lineup. Tua, Etienne, Edwards, Tyreek, Olave, Waller, Hawkinson. Love the team. Walker, rather. Love the team, Mike. Love the team. I'd give it a B+. Kyle Bond, would you give up Henry and Connor for Chase? Yes. Henry, I would. Yes, I would. I'm looking for that question, Just Incredible. You can DM me on Instagram, and I will get you. Oh, I got it. Just Incredible. I see it. Just Incredible. It's a miracle. I see you. Just Incredible. Ramondre Stevenson, Rashad White, Josh Kelly, pick 2. Just Incredible. I'd go with Ramondre Stevenson and Joshua Kelly. Just Incredible. I'd go Stevenson and Kelly. Stevenson and Kelly. Just Incredible. I'd go Stevenson and Kelly. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that took so long. Guys, if you guys want my favorite player prop bets, here are a few. Daniel Jones, over on passing attempts, over 31.5. Daniel Jones, over half an interception for Daniel Jones. Brock Purdy, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Brock Purdy over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Deebo Samuel over half an anytime touchdown. Deebo Samuel over half an anytime touchdown. Darius Slayton over 2.5 receptions. Darius Slayton over 2.5 receptions. And Elijah Moore over 29.5 receiving yards. Over 29.5 receiving yards. By the way, I'm not encouraging you guys to ask questions on Instagram. That was only for Just Incredible because I couldn't find his question on TikTok. But no, I don't actually prefer you guys asking on Instagram. Sal, appreciate you. Ant Can, I like Deebo tonight. I do like Deebo. Daniel, I'd go with Moss. Daniel on YouTube, I'd go Moss. Noni, for RB2, I lean towards Pacheco if he's healthy. Christian Vasquez, is Moore and Waller too much for Jonathan Taylor? Yes, it is. Christian Vasquez, yes, it is. Nathan Crap. I'd go with Zay Flower. Oh, no. I'd go Flowers and Williams. Jack Woody, if I DM you a screenshot, will I answer it? No, I will not. I can't stand when people do that. Yeah, when you guys DM me a photo of your league, I'm actually faster to not look at it. It's actually not going to attract my attention. Kick. Newman on kick. I would go with Tyler Lockett. Newman on kick, I'd go Tyler Lockett. Thanks for watching. Let's start another draft, everybody. Let's start another league. If you guys want to be a part of this fantasy league, DM me on Instagram right now. I'm going to send it out to a lot of people who missed out. The Life of Rudy. I'd start DJ Moore and Amari Cooper. The Life of Rudy, I'd start Moore and Cooper. Let's do another league, everybody. League number 39 for Butt Fumble Sports. On Rival, you heard me right. Unbelievable. Oh, you guys are awesome supporting the show. League number 39. I can't believe we've done 39 leagues. We will do a 40th. So, if you don't make it into this one, plenty of opportunities. That said, if you guys missed the last league, I'm going to send you the link right now. So, Ryan Abernathy, you're getting a link. Don't worry. By the way, Daniel, you know well enough. Don't send a question on Instagram. That's not what we're going here. You can get links on Instagram. If you want links from me, you can hit me up on Instagram. But for all of those who want fantasy advice, don't DM me on Instagram during the show. Don't do it during the show. It is the easiest way for me to not answer your question. I'm going to send this link to all those who missed the previous league. So if you missed out on the last league, I'm going to try and get you in on this one. So a lot of links going out to a lot of folks. If you haven't hit me up just yet, DM me on Instagram. I'll share a link. We'll load up this league. We already have 4 people in the league already. Goes really fast. So DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. We'll get in that league. If you have been in a previous league, try to refrain for now. I want to get others involved. I'd love to get others in this league if possible. That way as many people get the opportunity to compete in this league as possible. Just DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. I'll share some links with you guys. You can go claim your team. Once we get 10 spots filled, we will draft. I'm still answering your fantasy questions. Yabba, I got Gibbs and Williams starting. Not sure, though. Walker. Oh, man, I wouldn't start Kyron Williams. I would not start Williams. Yabba, I'd rather start Jones or Walker over Kyron Williams. So not even a doubt for me on that one. Appreciate all those who support the show. Sam Mancini. I would go with... Wow. I'd go with... Wow. I hate them all. I hate them all. Sam, I don't like any of them. I'm probably going to go with Rashawn Johnson. Maybe. I hate them all, Sam. Eddie Wenker, I'd go Flowers. Matt Holliday, do you still consult on fantasy one-on-one? Yes, during our subscriber-only shows. So Matt Holliday, if you guys want personalized fantasy football advice, just subscribe. If you subscribe on TikTok, I have subscriber-only shows every day now. I'm going to do subscriber-only shows every day. They might be for 15 minutes or 50 or 30 minutes, but it'll be a personal time where you guys get the absolute one-on-one attention. So if you guys subscribe on TikTok, that's a way to make sure I answer your question without getting mixed in the weeds. Oscar Meyer, Ayuk is out. Oscar Meyer 1. Ayuk is not playing, so don't start him. Appreciate all those that are watching the show. Make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. 3 spots left for this league, by the way. 3 spots left for this league. If you haven't participated in a fantasy league with us yet, DM me on Instagram. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. Doesn't cost you a dime. $250 prize pool to the winner. $250 prize pool, $0 buy-in. Thank you, Rival Fantasy, for making that possible. Rival Fantasy is one of our sponsors. Thank you for making that possible, Rival Fantasy. $0 buy-in, $250 prize pool. 44, R. Duggan. I'd go with Calvin Ridley and Smith. I prefer a whole lot more. Top 10 show, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Top 10 show, hopefully you guys think we're a top 10 show. I'd go Ridley over Lockett. 40, Mike. I'd go Addison. 40, Mike, I'd go Addison just barely. The Philly Italian Realtor. I'd go Drake London. Good matchup this week for Drake London. The Benjamin Cure Show. Should I trade Gibbs for Amon-Ra St. Brown? Yeah, I'm okay with that because when David Montgomery comes back, Gibbs doesn't have the same value. If you guys want to be a part of this fantasy league, DM us on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram right now. We are starting a league. It drafts right now. The moment we fill it up, we will draft. Of course, it starts tonight with Thursday Night Football. Goes all season long. $250 prize pool. $0 buy-in. Yo Ma, I'd go Kelly. Steve, I'd rather have Brown and Gibbs, I think. It's close, though. Cam, I'd go with Evans, Amari, and Ramondre, I think. It's very close, though. Very, very close. Charlie Evan, you can be in the league, buddy. Just sent you the link. Steve Mancini, do you think Zay Jones will play? If he does, I'm not starting Zay Jones. I just don't trust him. Guys, I'd rather go with Tank Dell. I'd rather go with Jonathan Mingo than go with Zay Jones. I just don't trust Zay Jones week in, week out. Josh Waldrip, I'd go with Mostert in the flex. Mostert. Eamon, I'd go, wow, I hate both of them, Eamon. I'd probably go Breida, but I hate both. Joaquin, I'd go with Addison. I'd go Addison over McLaurin. Appreciate all those who are joining the show every single day. Love seeing those familiar handles. Love answering your questions, seeing all of those familiar faces every day. Oscar Meyer, I think Christian Watson will play. Oscar Meyer, Ayuk is out. It is out. We have seen it on Twitter, X, whatever. Brandon Ayuk is out tonight. Adam Schefter, an hour ago, Ayuk, because of his shoulder injury, is not expected to play. So guys, make sure you're paying attention. Ayuk is not a good play tonight. Love our player prop bets because of it. Oscar Meyer, I'd go Christian Watson. Chase Holdsman, I would go with Kittle. Ant Can, I'd go with ETN just barely. If you guys want to be a part of this fantasy football league and you haven't yet, DM me on Instagram. We have 1 spot left. DM me on Instagram. Leo K, I'd go Addison. JC, sit 1. I would sit Puka. It's close between Puka and Olave. Very close. The Life of Rudy. I would start Moss, and I'd start D-Hop, I think. It's close, though. I'm trying to prioritize those who contribute to the show. I know a couple of you guys who give, we lose your question. Just Aaron, can you ask your question a couple times? Can you just copy and paste your question in there a couple times? I want to make sure I don't miss it, Aaron. So just copy and paste it in there a couple times. And if any of my moderators, I know a couple of my subscribers are moderators, if you could pin it, it would be helpful. Jeff, I'd go Mike Williams. Jeff, I'd go Mike Williams. In fact, if one of my moderators could write a comment, that way I could, or one of my subscribers, I let my subscribers moderate, and that way we can answer your questions a little bit more easily, because I'm losing a couple of you guys. I know it must be frustrating for you. Jake Ryan, I'd go Ferguson. Okay, we filled up this fantasy league, everybody. We have filled up this fantasy league, so we are going to set up the draft. 30 seconds on every pick. It is a PPR league. We randomized the draft order, just randomized it. And we are starting this draft right now. I know it's going to say 5:50, but we're going to start it this very second, everybody. So if you are a part of this league that we just started, make sure you're ready to go. And we're off and running, everybody. We are drafting right now. Would you start Purdy tonight? User 1063. Absolutely, I would. ETN or Swift? It's very close for me. I'm going to lean towards ETN just barely. Very, very close. Lucas, don't ask me questions on Instagram during the show, buddy. I'll don't do that. Don't do that. Unless I say so. Sam Mancini, do you think Burrow will play? If not, should I start Jared Goff? I'd start Jared Goff anyways. The Life of Rudy. I'd go with Moss, and I'd go with Walker because Pacheco is a little bit banged up. Jacob Mills. I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins. I'm going Kirk Cousins. Cam traded D-Hop for Puka. Already have Tyreek. I don't think it's a bad deal. I think it's a lesser good deal when Cooper Kupp arrives. Who's going to be the number one wide receiver of the Patriots? Kendrick Bourne. Awesome. Another subscriber here. Wonderful to have a subscriber join us. Thank you so much for subscribing. Who was it that just subscribed? Jake, would you take Christian McCaffrey under rushing yards tonight? Yes, probably. I'd take it at the highest possible mark, and then I would probably take the under. Judy or DK? Alex, I'd take DK. E. Curry, I'd go Purdy and Tony. E. Curry, too, I'd go Purdy and Tony. Cheese it, I'd go Swift. By the way, was that Junior? Did Junior subscribe? Thanks so much for subscribing, Junior. So great to have you as a part of this community. Miles, I'm going to lean slightly towards Trevor Lawrence, but it's close. Diego, I'd go Hunter Henry, Diego. Sam Mancini, just DM me. On Instagram. We'll see. Jorge Mo. I'm gonna lean towards Matthew Stafford, believe it or not. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every day. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button. Jonathan, we killed it last night. Let's go, Jonathan. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Rob, wonderful to have you as a part of the show, Rob. Great to have you as a part of the show. Rob, I'm making you a moderator. By the way, Jonathan, I'm making you a moderator. I don't need you guys to moderate everything, but what I'm going to ask is when someone's asking a lot of questions, especially those who gift, and I'm not seeing it, if you could help me out, I'd certainly appreciate it. The Life of Rudy, it's very close. I'm going to lean towards Hunter Henry just because Pitts has let me down too frequently. I say that and Pitts probably goes off this week, but that's where I'm going to be. Those who contribute to the show, I will be looking for your questions first. Sam Mancini, I go Michael Thomas. Junior, welcome to the team. Yes, I'm going to make you a moderator, Junior, so you can help me with the questions. I don't need you guys to do it with all of them, but when someone's asking for a while and I don't see it, it is helpful. One-eyed T. I lean... One-eyed T. I don't like either one. Pick someone else. Pick someone else up. Schuler, start 2 for week 3. Kelly, Godwin, Garrett, and Lockett. I would start Godwin and Lockett. Godwin and Lockett. Appreciate all of you guys joining us, no matter the platform. Dean, I'd start Addison. Dean Skifsky, I'd go Addison. Junior, thanks for helping me out, buddy. I appreciate you. Sam Mancini, Michael Thomas. I am prioritizing those who have contributed to the show. So if you want your question answered right away, especially now that we've got some moderators working for us, it'll make it really easy to find it. So it'll make it easy. All you got to do is contribute to the show. Really quick, I'm going to jump over to YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Ethan, I would start Kelly and Najee. John, sell high on Mike Evans. You could. Christian, we do college football props, just not during today's show. Jorge, if Burrow doesn't start, would you start Evans over T. Higgins? Yes. Odie, would you go Mike Williams or Kelly? Mike Williams. Odie, I'd go Mike Williams. BRNY, I'd go Addison. And I'd go, Addison and Collins, maybe. It's close. I think I'd go Addison and Williams. Harlan, I would go Waddle and Puka. Cash, I'd go Pittman. JJJ, I'd go Pittman. Marco, I would not start Madison. If you guys contribute to the show, I will find your questions right away, like Checo20. I would not trade Swift right now. Too much upside. Drew, who's going to have the best week between Mixon, Gibbs, and Kyron Williams? Drew, I would go with Jahmyr Gibbs. Appreciate all of you guys who follow, who watch the show every single day. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you guys for contributing to the show. Jacob Mills, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Warren or Pierce, I'd go with Pierce just barely. Dean, I'd go with Lamar Jackson. Barely. K now, I'd go with Pierce. Thanks for helping me out, guys. Only want those who have contributed to the show. Aaron, can we find Aaron's question? Aaron's been really diligent. Aaron's been patient. Can we find Aaron's question, please? Would certainly appreciate it if we could. Adam, how are you feeling about Amari Cooper? Love the matchup this week. Matchup. Breaks and lottos. Kittle over 4.5 receptions. Let's quickly look at that one. We'll go to Outlier. We'll look at George Kittle very, very quickly to look at that play. If you guys could find, moderators, if you guys could pin some of our contributors, some of their posts, I will certainly look at those. Receptions, the under's the better play. Under 4.5, the under is a much better play. 62.5% implied probability on the under. So breaks and lotto, the under. Christian, I would go with Flowers. I'd go Flowers. Yeah, Christian, I'd go Flowers. We got that one, guys. Thanks so much, moderators. Appreciate you. Now, I'd go Drake London. Christian, I'd go Flowers. If you guys contribute to the show, not only am I looking for your question, but our moderators are as well, like Joshua Beck, choose 2. Amari Cooper and Lockett. Joshua Beck, because I'm worried about Burrow, I'd go Cooper and Lockett. Higgins would be close, though. Austin, I'd rather have Waddle. Waddle over Puka. Christian, I'd go Waddle if he's healthy this week. Jordan, will Henry go for more than 78.5? No. Wait, Hunter Henry or Derek Henry? David, I'd go Aaron Jones as long as he's a full go. Junior, can't seem to find you. Yeah. Adam, Flowers over Cooper. Yes. Adam, I'm going to lean towards Flowers. I think it's safer, especially in a PPR. Aaron, can I DM you? Aaron, yes, we will give you that option. Aaron, you can. Only Aaron, guys. Don't cheat. Appreciate all those who watch the show every day. Know we're growing an army of followers here. So grateful for the support. So grateful for the support. Adam, appreciate your support of the show. Do you think Brian Robinson Jr. has upside this season? Unbelievable upside, Brandon. Unbelievable upside. Hendricks, I'd rather have Olave. Hendricks, I'd rather have Olave. Getting mixed opinions on Madison. I'm out on Madison. I didn't like him at the start of the season. I didn't like him in the first 2 weeks. I don't like him now. I'm out. I'm out on Madison. Hokage. That's why I wouldn't make that trade. I'd rather have Najee and Judy. By the way, when we get to 20,000 likes, I'm going to give out some more MLB bets. I'm going to give out more MLB picks when we hit 20,000 likes. 20,000 likes, we'll give out more MLB picks. Queen now, I'd go with Pierce. Queen now, I'd go Pierce just barely. Thoughts on Fields? Not enough talent around him. Bad coaching. He's regressing like Mac Jones did last year. IP Shade 45. Let's go. Welcome to the show, IP Shade 45. Appreciate you being with us. We are about 200 likes away from giving out some more game picks, some more MLB game picks. So if you guys want some more MLB game picks, hit the like button. 20,000 likes, which we just hit. Okay, guys, going back to the well. I'm taking the Orioles on the money line. Orioles on the money line. Kind of an obvious one, but nonetheless, Orioles on the money line. See what I'm getting it at. Minus 155. Orioles on the money line at minus 155. I'll give out another one. Super obvious play. Braves on the money line. But I'm also going to be bold enough. I'll take Braves on the money line at minus 250. I'm also going to be bold enough to take Braves minus 1.5. Braves minus 1.5. And I'll take that at minus 155 as well. So, a couple of bets that we put out there for you for hitting 20,000 likes. Certainly appreciate all the support you guys show us every single day. We have plenty of picks to give out for you guys. Appreciate you guys being with us. Make sure you hit that follow button. We're live every single day. Let's get back to your questions. Aaron, I just hit you up. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean. Hope you're having a great day, Mr. Clean. Appreciate you being with us. Should I start Breida or Hunt? I hate both of them. Mr. Clean. I'd look for someone else, probably Breida if I had to. Garrett Westenberg starting Lamb, Williams, Pittman, Andrews, and Addison at the flex. I like your team. I like the starting lineup. Garrett, good job. Drew, 73-82. Drop Michael Thomas for Laporta. No. Drew, don't do it. Michael Thomas has great upside. Drew, do not do it. I like Michael Thomas. The Life of Rudy, Devontae Smith. Tommy Stenger, I'd go Wilson. Chris Garza, I'd go Hunter Henry. Daniel, I'd go Zay Flowers as long as Joe Burrow isn't playing. Pipco, I'm going to go with Sutton. I think it's close, though. Harris. I'd rather have Chase. Harris, I'd rather have Chase. Christian Buchanan, I'd go with Waddle and Higgins. I'd rather have Waddle and Higgins, Christian. Appreciate all of those who watch the show. We are live every single day. There will not be a day of 2023 when we are not live. So, if you haven't done so, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. We are live every single day. So hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss a show. We're live every day. If you guys want the fantasy advice, make sure you hit us up. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. That way you never miss a show, everybody. Cam, pick 2. I'd go Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Pittman. St. Brown and Pittman. Abdonius Prime, I'm going to go with Lockett, just barely. Frank, I'm going to go with Josh. Frank, I'd go Purdy. Frank, I'll go Brock Purdy. Should I start Duz this week? I don't know who Duz is. HVAC Goon, I'd rather have A.J. Brown. HVAC Goon, I'd rather have A.J. Brown. Saad, should I start Laporta or Henry or Pitts? Saad, it's between Henry and Pitts. It's a coin flip for me. I'm leaning towards Henry. He's a little safer. Feels like Pitts finally has a good week, but I don't trust him enough. Evan, Moss or Gibbs? It's close, Evan. I'm going to go Gibbs, but it's very close. Anthony, I'm going to go Najee Harris just barely. Stratton Harris, I'd go Moss. Stratton Harris, I'd go Moss. Diego, I'd go Swift. I'd go Swift. Let's answer some questions on YouTube. Daniel, I'd go with Sutton. Sevtins, I'd go with Breida. Ethan, I'd go with Najee and Kelly. Odie, I'd go Mike Williams. Answering questions on YouTube, you think Ford holds on to a starting spot? Yes. Guys, we will do one more fantasy league after this one, so if you want to be a part of that fantasy league, make sure you DM us on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. We will do another league after this one. Daniel's getting advice from Rob. I don't know if I agree. Daniel, I don't agree. I'd go Joe Mixon. Daniel, I'd go Joe Mixon. Ironically short, I'd go Mark Andrews. Fidel, should I start Ford this week? Not if you have better options. David, I'd go Aaron Jones on that one. CJ Fabian, I'd go Jahmyr Gibbs. Kenneth Walker enthusiast, AJ Brown's going to have a great week. Whew. Appreciate you guys being with us. We are crushing it, continuing to be live. How long have we been live now? We have been live for almost 2 hours, everybody. No wonder I'm starting to feel it. Almost 2 hours of being live. Almost 2 hours of nonstop talking. Hunter, I'd go with Purdy over Burrow. Amy Long, so great to have you as a part of the show. Amy Long, I'd go with Swift. Auntie Zed, I'd go Zach Moss. Lachlan, should I try and trade away Moss since JT will return soon? I'd like to have them both if I could. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you follow Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every single day. Christian Vasquez, I think Aaron Jones is going to play this week. I think all signs point to him playing. Freshly, I'd go with Purdy. Charlie Harbor, I'd go DK just over Zach Moss. Charlie, I'd go with DK. Jack Ryan, I think I'm leaning towards Ingram, just barely. Raheem, I'd go Pierce. Udi Goldberg, I'd go Brian Robinson. Winston, I'd go Amari Cooper. Adam, you think Ford blows up? Not this week. I think he comes back down to earth this week. But after this week, I do think he's a good pickup. I do think he's a good play. Jared Snyder, I'd go with DJ Moore. Jared Snyder, I'd go DJ Moore, I think. Very close, though. Appreciate all those who have followed, all those that subscribe. If you have not done so, make sure you're a subscriber of Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every single day. Make sure you subscribe. We will have subscriber-only shows for you guys, so that way you never miss a show, you never miss our advice, you never miss anything from Butt Fumble Sports. So make sure you hit that follow button today. Make sure you're a subscriber across YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. Answering a couple questions on Twitch. Start Breida or Kendry Miller. I hate both of them. I wish you could go find someone else on the waiver wire. Oscar Meyer, yeah, that auto draft, we need to talk to him about it. Fire and Ice Bros, I'd go with Mostert. Fire and Ice Bros, I'd go Pacheco. Sorry, Fire and Ice Bros, I would go with Mostert, just barely over Pacheco. Mighty KC16. My receivers, Puka, Flowers, Addison, and Dell. Who should I start? Mighty Casey, I'd start Flowers and Addison. Flowers and Addison. Jorge, this guy offered me ETN and Addison for... Jorge, I wouldn't do that trade. Jorge, I wouldn't do that trade. Fire and Ice Bros, I'd go with Mostert 1, Pacheco 2. Appreciate all those who are with us. Gonna answer your questions now on TikTok for a little bit. Adam, last question for you. Jones or Robinson? Ooh, I'm gonna lean slightly, I think, towards Robinson. Just barely, because Aaron Jones might play, but even if he's a little limited, I think I like Robinson a little more. Arian? Oh, you jumped on me. Darn it. Don't pin. Guys, I'll tell you when I want you to start pinning again. Don't pin. I lost somebody because of that. Damn it. Arian, I'd go with DJ Moore. Arian, I'd go DJ Moore. Blake, I'd go with Kittle. Blake, I'd go with Kittle. Thanks to the moderators. Sorry. Just when you guys hit the pin button, it makes me jump on the question I was asking. But no problem. I want to make sure we get to everybody. Blake, I'd go with Kittle. Yaba, if Jones plays, start Gibbs and Jones? Yes. Yes, exactly. I took your picks and took Braves. Let's go, Breaks and Lottos. Let's go. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, make sure you hit that follow button as well. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. Live every single day. Oh. I don't have... Oh, shoot. I don't have a quarterback yet. Damn it. Let's see if we get lucky. Let's see if we get lucky. Come on. Jeremiah, don't screw me. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Let's go. Love it. Guy Anderson, I'd go Debo this week. Mari, I love Laporta. Zuka. Mike Davis, should I trade him? I don't even know who Mike Davis is, sorry. Brent, best streamer about fantasy football on TikTok. Brent, thanks so much for the support. Brent, you know one thing you can do? Make sure you sign up for our free newsletter. Brent, get the word out there. Brent, let them know. We have a free newsletter that goes out every Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning with all of my favorite NFL bets, player prop bets, everything, my DFS lineup. So let the people know, Brent. There's a link to my website in my bio, buttfumblesports.com. Let them know, Brent. Let them know about the newsletter. Make sure they sign up, Brent. That newsletter goes out every Sunday morning at 6 a.m. Has all of my bets and my DFS lineup. Let them know. Frank, I'm going to lean towards Pickens in the hot hand. Frank, I go Pickens. Bailey Smith, I go Christian Kirk. Edgar, I'm going to lean towards Hunter Henry just barely. Jackson Moore, I'm going to go with McLaurin, but it's not a good one. Luis Bruno, I'd go with Michael Thomas. Edgar, I'd go with Hunter Henry. Tony, I'd go Purdy. Tony, I'd go Brock Purdy over Russell Wilson. Tony, I'd go Purdy. Eduardo, I traded Connor, Jerry Jeudy, Madison for A.J. Brown. I don't think you... I like A.J. Brown. I like the trade. Heavy win? No. User 24, I probably lean towards Kendrick Bourne, but not by much. It's very, very close. Very, very close. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every single day. We are live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So if you haven't done so already, everybody, hit that follow button. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. Code. Who's got the first touchdown tonight? I'm terrible at those. I'll probably say Christian McCaffrey, but I'm terrible at first touchdown bets. I never bet them. Never bet them. Randy, I'd go Kyle Pitts. Randy, I'd go Kyle Pitts. IP Shade 45. Raiders or Steelers this week? IP Shade 45, you're not going to like my answer. IP Shade 45, you're not going to like my answer. I'm going with the Steelers. I think the Steelers go on the road, at least right now. At least right now. Maybe I'll reevaluate it over the next couple of days, but for now, IP Shade 45, I'm rolling with the Raiders. I take them to cover with the points as the underdog. I'd rather have Raiders as the underdog. I'd like them at 3.5. Raiders plus 3.5 feels like a really good play, even if I've got to move that alternative line. Boom. Oh, shoot. Made that mistake. Okay. Let's get back to your questions. IP Shade, boo this man! Yeah, by the way, shout out for Half Baked. Half Baked, great movie. Boo this man. Watson or Trevor Lawrence? I'd go Trevor Lawrence. I'd go Trevor Lawrence over Deshaun Watson. Let's answer some questions on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. After Breaks Auto. I just subscribed for the newsletter. If you have a Discord, you pay for. Breaks. The only way that you guys get my picks is through the show, is through the newsletter, and is through the SHARPZ app. If you haven't downloaded the SHARPZ app, DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, and I will share that link with you guys. So DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, if you want all of my picks every single day. Otherwise, you either got to watch the show or sign up for the newsletter. AntCan111. I love Keenan Allen this week. Love Keenan Allen. Worth trying to buy Kamara? Yes. Is Waller enough for that deal? Yes. Meemaw, I am watching you on Twitch right now. Start Purdy or wait to see if Burrow goes? I'd start Purdy. I'd start Purdy. I would go with Purdy this week. Only other person on waivers is Chuba Hubbard. I actually might prefer him, believe it or not. Jorge, I need help. I said, Jorge, I'd go Etienne and Addison. Etienne and Addison is who I prefer. Appreciate all those who are watching the show. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. I have to pick a kicker. And I'll go with... Okay. Oh, it picked for me. Damn it. Poop. By the way, guys, we're going to start one more fantasy league. One more fantasy league. It will be the 40th league I sign up and create on Rival Fantasy. This is going to be the 40th league. Not the 40th league I'm in. I'm in even more than that. But the 40th league. We have put together 40 different leagues to try to play against as many of you guys as possible. Hope you guys love the season-long competition against Butt Fumble Sports. A lot of you guys have hit me up asking to be a part of the league. I'm going to send you a link right now. Colton, by the way, I'm going to send you the link first for SHARPZ. Colton, you get my... You're going to get that first. Everyone else has to wait. Breaks and lottos. There you go. There's the referral code. Okay. Now, if you guys want to be a part of this fantasy league, get ready. Here we go. Sending out as many links as we can. Josh Waldrip wants in on 40. Okay. Guys, get ready. Go sign up for that league. The 40th league. Butt Fumble Sports Fantasy Football League number 40. I'm going to get back to answering your questions in a minute. Make sure you keep throwing them in the chat. I'm going to prioritize those who contribute to the show. So if you're watching on TikTok, if you contribute to the show, I will prioritize those. My moderators will help me. So if you contribute to the show, Ari Gold, I'd go Hunter Henry. Ari Gold, I'd go Hunter Henry. But if you contribute to the show and I don't get to you, the moderators are going to help me out. Godwin and Evans. Godwin and Evans. Are you worried about Elijah Beck considering he had no touches last week? Quite the contrary. Quite the contrary. I actually think Kyle Shanahan's going to feed him the ball even more. So IP Shade 45, I really like Elijah Mitchell. One of the ways that IP Shade 45 knows about my bets, yes, we have them up on the big board, but I also obviously give them out on the SHARPZ app every single day. Every single day. By the way, my SHARPZ play of the day, I have a best bet of the day that I will do in a little bit. But when we hit 25,000 likes, I'm going to give out some more MLB bets. Some more MLB bets when we hit 25,000 likes. We're very close to it. We just hit it. I am taking Blue Jays, Yankees. I'm going over 6.5. Blue Jays and Yankees, I'm going over 6.5. Again, that's over 6.5 for the Blue Jays and the Yankees. An alternative line instead of 7. Over 6.5 is minus 135. Minus 135. I have to give out a best bet of the day. Haven't given it out yet. It's an obvious one. Christian McCaffrey. Over half an anytime touchdown. That's going to be my SHARPZ play of the day. That's my favorite bet of the day. If you guys want to see all of my bets on SHARPZ, just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. DM me on Instagram. I will share the referral code. You can see all of my bets. MLB, NFL, player prop bets, money lines, totals. They're all there. Just DM me on Instagram to get all of my picks. That said, how we doing on the league, folks? Have we filled up that league yet? 8 teams. Only 2 more spots left. Hit me up. This is the 40th and the last fantasy league we're probably going to do, folks. So DM me. $250 prize pool. $0 buy-in. Josh Waldrip, thanks for subscribing. Let's go. Way to subscribe, Josh. Welcome to the Butt Fumble Sports community. Great to have you with us. We will be doing subscriber-only shows every single day, so make sure you hit us up. If you guys want to be a part of this 40th Fantasy League, and most likely the last one, DM us on Instagram. Does Chase have anything left? Oh yeah, Chase is going to be fine. Chase is going to bounce back. Dylan, I'm sending you the link. You better go claim your spot. They're going to go fast, buddy. Only 1 spot left. 1 spot left. Make sure you claim it. 1 spot left in league number 40. T. Cox, I'd go Judy. T. Cox, I'd go with Jerry Judy. Josh Waldrip, thanks so much, man. Thanks so much. Great to have you with us. Giants win 24-21. No, they don't. No, they don't. Shout out Phoenix. Shout out Phoenix. What's good? Mr. President, I'm sending you a link. Can you claim your spot fast enough? Only 1 spot left. 1 spot left in that league. Go claim it. Junior, thanks for helping us out. If I'm missing anyone, Junior, if someone's been asking questions a lot and I missed them, make sure you pin it. Luis Salazar, I'd go Patriots defense. Thanks for following, Luis. So great to have you as a follower. Tyler, did I do a DFS lineup tonight? No, I didn't. But if there were some players I'd start Brock Purdy. I'd start Kittle. I'd start Debo. I'd start Elijah Mitchell as a cheap play. But it's hard because I don't even know if I can do a real DFS off of what's being offered tonight. It's just a lot of 49ers. We will do a DFS lineup this weekend, though. Lucas, I would rather have... Ooh. I think it's a fair trade, Lucas. I think I'd rather have Breece Hall, but it's close. Do I start Brock Purdy or Lamar Jackson? Ari Gold, I'm going to start Lamar Jackson just barely. I think it's close. Very close, but I'm going to go Lamar Jackson for the running ability. 1 spot left for this fantasy league. The moment we fill it, The moment we fill up the league, the moment we draft. Johnny, I'd go DeAndre Swift. Tyler, captain for tonight's game. I would go Christian McCaffrey or Deebo Samuel. One of those two is going to go off. Grant, I'd go with Purdy. NBA culture dog. I'd go Derrick Henry just barely. KN, I'd go Sutton. Donovan, I'd go Olave. I know it's a tough matchup, but Honcho, HXNCHO, I'd go Trevor Lawrence. Ryan Petroni, I'd go Purdy. Still one more spot in this fantasy league, folks. If you want to be a part of this last league, this 40th and last fantasy football league, DM me on Instagram. $0 buy-in. $250 prize pool. DM me on Instagram right now. Last spot. Only one spot left. While we wait for it, here are my favorite picks of the day brought to you by SHARPZ. If you are watching on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, you can see them on your screen. If you're watching on TikTok, my SHARPZ play of the day is Christian McCaffrey over half an anytime touchdown. Very safe play. Definitely like it. NFL game picks for tonight. I've got the 49ers on the money line. I had parlayed that with the Saints on Monday, so love that. I have 49ers minus 7.5, 49ers minus 8.5. I like both of those. And I'm taking the under 43.5 and under 45.5. So I like the under. I like the 49ers. Plenty of opportunities to cash in today. If you guys want to be a part of this league, a bunch of you guys just hit me up. Only one spot left. We'll see who claims it. One spot left. Let's see who claims that last spot of this league. Dylan did. Let's set up this draft and let's go. Randomizing the draft order. It is randomized, folks. And we're going to set the draft time. I know we're setting it to 6:30, but we're going to draft right away. So if you're in this league, we're drafting right away. Draft number 40. We are drafting right now, so starting now. Back to your fantasy questions. Luis, I'd go Kirk Cousins. GD3, I'd go Amari Cooper. Sweet Dreamy. Where are the Cowgirl fans? Super Bowl. Yeah, Diggs injury. Someone's pissing on their grave right now. Someone's taking an old dump on that Cowboys team. Frederick, working on a trade, Gibbs and St. Brown for Eckler. I wouldn't do it. I don't like it. I'd rather have Gibbs and Brown, St. Brown. JJ, I'd go Geno Smith. I'd go Geno Smith over Stafford and Garoppolo. Joel Peters official. I'd go Lockett. NBA culture dog. I'd go Kenneth Walker. Tyler, one Giants player tonight. It's got to be Waller. Appreciate all those that are watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. RJ wants to see the SHARPZ big board. Here you go. The SHARPZ big board right here. Up on your screen right now. Again, all of my bets are also on the SHARPZ app. Junior, I would go with Puka. Just barely. If you guys want all of my bets every single day, just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Just DM me on Instagram. If you want all of my picks every single day, I put them all out on the SHARPZ app so you guys can see the big board right now. But you can see all of my picks every day on the SHARPZ app. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. ADG, thanks for subscribing, ADG. Great to have you as a subscriber. Should I start Hunt this week? No. ADG handles? No, I wouldn't start him this week. I'd wait on it. Priscilla, I'd go with Jordan Addison. Thanks so much for the question. Mamba, I'd start Zach Moss. Luis, I'd start Brian Robinson, please. Jordan, I got you. Should I start Waller or Laporta? Jordan, I'll lean slightly towards Laporta. I'm just worried that ultimately the Giants are going to be well covered in the passing game by the 49ers, especially Fred Warren covering Waller. So I'll go Laporta. Steven, Swift for Breece Hall. I'd rather have Swift right now, Steven. I'd rather have Swift. Michael Vanny. Start 3. I'd start Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mike Evans, and I'll still start Olave, I think. So Amon-Ra St. Brown, Olave, and Evans, Michael Vanny. Demetrius Wigglebottom. I don't like Jerome Ford this week. Tough matchup this week. L Angel, I'd go Amari Cooper. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm confused. Josh or Daniel? Josh Jobs or Daniel Jones? Like, who are you asking about? I'm confused. The dude. I think I'd go Olave. I'm still a bigger believer in him, even going up against Jair Alexander. Sherry Mulhern. My bad. Sherry Mulhern. I'd go with Jerry Jeudy. Sherry Mulhern Colby, I'd go Jerry Jeudy. Thanks so much for the question. If you guys want me to answer your question right away, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. I answer gifters and subscribers first, like Squealers, Jordan Love. Squealers, I don't trust Danny Dimes at all. I'd go Jordan Love, Squealers. Brennan Garcia. I would start Swift and Mostert. Brennan Garcia, I'd start Swift and Mostert. Squealers, it's Jordan Love. Oh, man, you guys are awesome. You guys are so great for how you guys support the show, support me. So grateful for all of you guys being with us every single day. You guys are the absolute best. I'm so grateful for the support you guys show us. I hope you guys are with us every single day. Make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you follow Butt Fumble Sports. That way you never miss a show. We are live every single day. Walker or Gibbs? ADG, I'm going to go Gibbs just barely. Brian, I'm going to go Hunter Henry. I'm going Hunter Henry. Jesus Avila, I'd go Kittle. I think I'd go Kittle by the slightest of margins. Nate, I'd go Javonte Williams. Amon-Ra St. Brown versus the Falcons defense. I do like the matchup. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad either. Should I start Kelly or Connor? Adam C., I'd start Josh Kelly. Let's answer some questions on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Kang TTV. I'd rather have Josh Jacobs. Tyrone. I trade Waddle and Williams for Chase. I don't like the trade. Tyrone, I hate the trade. Fantasy God 123. I'd rather have Jamar Chase, I think. It's close, Fantasy God. I don't know if it's a good deal, actually. Christian Vasquez, would you trade Gibbs for Jonathan Taylor? No, I wouldn't. I'm goated. Darren Waller over 22.5 in the first half? No. Tim Reams. Sit one. If I'm sitting one, I'd sit Puka. But that's me. Tim Reams, that's what I'd do. Trade Pickens for Madison. Ryan, absolutely not. I would not make that deal. Elmo, I'd rather have Calvin Ridley. Brandon Ayuk is not playing tonight. Brandon Ayuk is out. Should I trade Ridley for Chase straight up? That's a better deal. I'm not as crazy about it given the issues with Joe Burrow. Ridley's shown he's a true wide receiver 1, so I'm not as down on Ridley. Tyrone, it's a fair deal though, straight up. User 1131, I'd go Jaylen Warren. Appreciate all those that are watching the show. If you guys haven't seen them, on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, all of my bets are on the screen right now. Here are my MLB picks as well. Jacob, I would rather have Dak and Pickens this week. I'd go Dak and Pickens. Gabriel, I'd rather start Dobbs. Gabriel, I'd rather start Dobbs, I think. Frederick, trade leaves me with Barkley, Eckler, Chase, Ridley, and Olave. That's a really talented group when everyone's healthy. Start Purdy or Love. Junior Rodriguez, I'd start Purdy. Memo RB, I think I'd rather have A.J. Brown, but it's close. Should I pick up Joe Burrow? Jean Carlos? Absolutely. Jean Carlos? Absolutely pick up Joe Burrow. That's a steal. Owen Archuleta. I'm going to lean towards Michael Thomas, just barely. Owen Archuleta, I'm leaning towards Michael Thomas. Molly Fontaine. Thanks for the question, Molly. Molly, I'd go with Drake London. Junior, we appreciate the consistent lives to help us. Junior, that's why I'm here. I try to be live every single day. On weekdays, we're trying to be live at 5 p.m. So weekdays, 5 p.m. usually to 7, 2-hour show. 5 to 7 is usually when we go on weekdays. Weekends, obviously, a little bit different. We're in a lot. So, obviously, weekends, we're live for pregame shows. So, we're live really frequently, guys. You can find us all the time. All the time. Freddie, I don't like Breida tonight. Zach, I'd rather start Tua, I think. Caleb, I'd rather go with Ingram. Santiago, I'd rather go with Addison. The real Brandon OG, I'd go Laporta. We got our subscribers asking some questions. I love it. Coda, I'd go Etienne. I'd rather have Christian Watson over Nico Collins. Christian Watson over Collins. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every single day. Hope you guys have hit that follow button. We're live every day, folks. Brandon B. I would bench between Olave and Puka. It's close. I'm going to start Olave, but it's so close because Jair Alexander in that matchup. El Patron, I'd go Pacheco. Jack, I would go with Drake London. I'd go Drake London. Caleb, I love Debo tonight. Evan, I'd go Christian Watson. Frazzo, 1985, I'd go Mike Williams. Adam Storch, I'd go Hunter Henry. Thoughts on Kamara next week? Don't know the matchup yet, but I certainly do like Kamara moving forward. If you guys haven't done so, hit the follow button. Make sure you hit the follow button. ADG, Brock Purdy. ADG, Brock Purdy. Prefer Brock Purdy by a mile. Finn, I'd go Brock Purdy. Luke, I'd go Brian Robinson. Mitch, I'd go Dak Prescott. Sherm, I'd go with the Chiefs defense. Sherm, 2358, I'd go Chiefs defense. The Geek Freak, sit Jones tonight. 100%. I'd sit Daniel Jones. User, Canadian Beaver Lover. No, I don't think Danny Dimes is startable. Sammy, I'd start Algier. Molly Fontaine, thanks so much for contributing. Dennis, start Jawan Jennings, Zay Jones, Robert Woods. Dennis, I'd start Robert Woods, believe it or not. Appreciate all of you guys hitting that follow button. Nico, A.J. Brown for Jacobs and Addison. Nico, it's a good trade. B. Frosh, I'd start Purdy. Dottie, thanks so much for following, Dottie. Matt Rice, I think I'd start Puka. Henry, Brandon Ayuk is not playing tonight, guys. Brandon Ayuk is going to be out. So, Henry, I got to go Amari Cooper by default, but I prefer him anyways. Parky, I'd go with Flowers. Parky, I'd go with Flowers. Again, if you want all of my bets every single day, just DM us on Instagram. If you want every single bet that I'm going to put out, today, tomorrow, next week, this year, every single day, DM me on Instagram. Bud Fumble Sports on Instagram. You can get every one of my bets on the SHARPZ app. We are live every single day answering your fantasy questions, your fantasy football questions, obviously your sports betting questions as well. So DM me on Instagram. However, don't send fantasy questions during the show on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, don't send questions there. I'm live on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. That should be enough for you guys to get your question to me. Do not send questions on Instagram when I'm live. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm warning you guys. I will not like it. So, if you want links, if you want a link to my picks, DM me on Instagram. If you want a link to the fantasy leagues, DM me on Instagram. If you want your question answered, not during the show. Not during the show. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make my draft pick, and then I'm going to answer more of your questions. Someone was asking for my SHARPZ referral code. I'm gonna give that out right now. So, Drew, you're getting my referral code. That way you can get all of my picks. There you go, buddy. Let's get back to your questions. Weekend Dodd, I would go Jerry Jeudy. Weekend Dodd, I'd go Jeudy. Josu Gonzalez, I'd go Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson over Jerome Ford. Henry, I'd go Pacheco over Ford and Madison. Henry, I'd go Pacheco over Ford and Madison. Jay, Mostert and Higgins for Pollard. I do it. I think Pollard, and I think it's a fair trade. I think it's a fair trade. Breida or wait for Pacheco. Edwin, I'd wait on Pacheco. Kyle, I'd go with Pacheco, and if he doesn't go, I'd go Moss. Whittington, I'd go Kittle. Bray Lax, I'd go Addison, I think, just barely over London. Savio, I'd go Jalen Warren. James, I'd go Stevenson. James, I'd go Stevenson. Jack, I lean towards Jerome Ford, barely over Madison. Demo guy, I'd go Purdy. Appreciate you guys being with us. If you haven't done so already, hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. ADG, I'd go Kyle Pitts. ADG, I would go with Kyle Pitts. If you guys want all of my bets every single day, DM me right now. Derrick Henry and Tyreek for Christian McCaffrey. Hee Park. Hee Parky. Terrible deal. No. Or Jack Woody. Jack Woody. Oh, I have Christian. If you're getting Henry and Hill, I would do it. Yes, I would do it. Blurpy. Do you think I should attempt either of these trades? ETN and Wilson for Gibbs and Ridley? Yes. Gibbs and Ridley. Gibbs and Ridley, I would do. Gibbs and Ridley, I would do. Christian Vasquez. Buy low on Barkley? Yes. I don't feel the same way about DJ Moore. Will he be enough? Maybe. I'd make the offer at least. If you guys follow, subscribe, hit the like button, I will try to, and of course if you contribute, certainly going to try and answer all of your questions. The easiest thing to do is subscribe. That way I definitely see your question. Aiden, I'll go with Zach Moss. Ballard, thanks for the gift, Ballard. Anthony, I'm going Gibbs. Anthony, I'm going Gibbs. Zach Haynes, I'm going Devontae Smith. What's my reasoning with Flowers over Walker and Kyron Williams? I like Walker this week, but Flowers has a good matchup. Plenty of opportunities on targets. OBJ, is he playing? We don't know. I just think Zay Flowers at this point is a great start. A great start. Make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Will the Niners cover tonight? User 2734. I took the Niners at minus 8.5. I think you probably could get them at minus 9.5 and still be okay. I like them winning by 10 points. I don't like them winning by 12 like the line is right now. That line movement, I don't like it. So I have them at 7.5, 8.5. I'd go as high as 9.5. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you follow Bud Fumble Sports. That way you never miss our show. We are live every single day answering your fantasy questions, your sports betting questions. Hit that follow button. Anthony, I'd go Swift. Anthony, I'd go Swift. I am prioritizing those who contribute to the show. Jack Bobo, Ayuk is out. Jack Bobo, so it's Puka for sure. Who's winning the Browns game? I don't know, but I kind of like the Titans to cover. I actually prefer the Titans to cover in that one as the underdog. Final few minutes of the show, everybody. Final maybe 15 minutes of the show. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Hope you're enjoying it. Make sure you hit the follow button. Ballard, I'd go Josh Reynolds. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you're following. Ayuk is not playing tonight, guys. Ayuk is not playing. So, if you guys are worried about Ayuk, he is not playing. That is according to Adam Schefter. So, if you guys are worried about Ayuk, I am not playing him because he isn't playing. So, guys, be wary of starting or thinking about starting Brandon Ayuk. I would not go in that direction. Final few minutes of the show. I'm starting to lose energy a little bit here, so final few minutes of the show. Can you rate my lineup? Of course. Sam, I don't like either one. Trig, 3R3D, I'd go ETN. Jack, I'd go Drake London. Braden, I'd go Brian Robinson. Jammo, I would go... I'd rather have Pollard. I'd rather have Pollard. Cameron, bro, auto-drafted murdered me. Yeah, brutal. No, the auto-draft in this is not good. It's not friendly. I will say that. They need to fix it. Drake London. Jack, Drake London. Aiden, I'd rather have Moss and Robinson, believe it or not. Ryan, what's the latest on JT? I mean, he'll be back. He'll be back, I think, week 5. I would rather have Dobbs. User 85. I think I'd rather have Romeo Dobbs. I traded Puka for Ridley. Yusef, it's a great deal. Denver or Miami. I think Miami wins. I think Denver is going to cover. Denver plus 6.5. Denver plus 7.5. I like it. I like it a lot. Robert Woods or Christian Kirk. Danny, I'd go Christian Kirk. Scott N. I'd go Mike Williams. I wouldn't start Waller tonight unless you have no other options. Fields and Mixon for Tua and Hall. Yes, Brennan, I do the deal. Junior, I believe in the Steelers this week. Steelers get to 2-1. I like Steelers. Adam, I'd go Addison. Coco, I'd go with Travis Etienne just barely over Walker. Oh, no, pick 2. I'd go Etienne and Walker. Coco, I'd go Etienne and Walker. Jonathan, I'd go Tannehill. Matthew, PYP. I love the trade. I'd go A.J. Brown and Zay Flowers. I'd rather have those two. N-Train, start Purdy. O-Dogs, 37, I'd start Herbert. Dan, I'd start Swift over Harris. Tyler Belk, I'd go Drake London. WSU1, should I use my number 1 waiver for Cam Akers? Yes. Antonio, I would go with Mike Williams. Vince Ochoa, I'm going to lean towards Dameon Pierce just barely. I don't love it though, Vince Ochoa. Abdul, I'd go Tyler Algier. Najam, I'd go Tyler Algier. Scott McCarney, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Mike Collins, I'd go McLaurin. Mike Collins, I'd go McLaurin. Woof. Drew. Jonathan Taylor's not playing yet. Drew, Jonathan Taylor's not playing yet. MOTM, I'd go Flowers. MOTM, I'd go Flowers. If you guys love the show, make sure you hit the follow button. We're live every single day. So if you love the content, love the conversation, make sure you hit that follow button today, guys. We are live every single day. Make sure you follow us. That way you never miss a show. We only have a couple minutes left of the show, everybody. Couple minutes left of the show. Terry, would you trade Burrow and Adams for Saquon, Lamar, and Pittman? Yes, I would. I'd rather have Saquon, Lamar, and Pittman. Luis. I don't know. I wouldn't do that deal, Luis. I wouldn't do that deal. I think the Saints' defense might be better than people think. Alexander, I really don't like either option. I'm going to lean, I think, towards... I'll lean slightly towards Gainwell, I think. I don't like either one, though. Appreciate all of those who have watched the show. We just hit our live goal. Whew. Okay. Let's get another live goal up here. Okay, the next person who gives us... I'm going to make the gifts a way of doing it, so... Let's see if anyone gives us a hat and mustache. If anyone gives a hat and mustache, I'll look for their question. Boom, 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 boom. Pow, 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 pow. Oh, Jonathan. Way to go, Jonathan. That was quick. Jonathan, I'll look for your question. If we could pin Jonathan's question, everybody. Let's pin Jonathan's question, moderators. Let's pin Jonathan's question. Frank, I'd go Kittle. Instigator, I'd rather have Mostert and Flowers, believe it or not. Shaw, should I do Chase for Ridley and Mixon? It's very close. Oh, Carpenter's just supporting the show. Thanks so much. Well, the next person who gives that live goal of confetti will answer your question right away. Jonathan Carpenter, thanks for supporting the show. Wonderful of you. Final few minutes, everybody. Final few minutes. If you haven't done so already, hit that follow button, everybody. Christian Vasquez. Who would you say is the best when they come back? I think it's gonna be Kamara because he's been healthy. He has no injuries. FBG, I'd go with Drake London. FBG, JJ, I'd go Drake London. Oscar Meyer, I'd go with Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Chase. No, I'd go Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Kirk. Geno or Goff? Dylan, it's very close. I'm going to lean towards Goff, I think just barely. Charlie Cox, I'd go Kadarius Toney, believe it or not. Kadarius Toney. Voodoo, I'd go Trevor Lawrence. Brady, I'd go with Zay Flowers. Brady Mars, I'd go Zay Flowers. Who should I bench? Football prods, I'd go Tutu. I'd bench Tutu. Henry and Tank Dell for St. Brown. I would do it. Cheng Wang, I'd do it. Trade Swift for Burrow. User 17, I would not do that. Julian, I would not do that. Julian, I would go with Mostert. Julian, I'd go with Mostert. Last pick of the draft for me. By the way, last pick of all the drafts I do on Rival, I think. We might do one more, but probably not. Tyrone, I'd go with Goff. Tyrone, I'd go with Goff. Should I go do Chase for Ridley and Mixon? The answer is yes. If you need to upgrade at the running back, yes, I would, Shah. Thanks so much, moderators. Trade Kelly for Hunter Henry? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Pitts or Ertz? J-Wags, I'd go Pitts. Okay, guys. Final few minutes of the show. I want to see... Final few minutes of the show. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to do a poll right now for you guys. We're going to do some polls right now. The line right now for the game tonight, in the NFL is 10.5. 10.5. Do you like the Giants 10.5, plus 10.5, or 49ers 10.5? We will do smiley face 49ers, Giants crying face. Who do you guys like to cover the spread? Smiley face Niners, crying face Giants. Who do you like to cover the spread? Smiley face Niners, crying face Giants. Doing a quick poll with you guys. Smiley face 49ers, crying face Giants. Smiley face 49ers, crying face Giants. Who covers the spread tonight? It's 10.5. Smiley face San Francisco, crying face New York. Who do you guys think? If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, make sure you put in your answer as well. Smiley face, 49ers cover. Crying face, Giants cover. Goofy Gib, I'd go Purdy. Goofy Gib, I'd go Purdy. The Real Slur, I'd go Stafford. For our poll, smiley face. Oh, thanks, IP Shade 45. Smiley face, we are going with 49ers. Crying face, Giants. Josh, let's rate that team. Josh, Mahomes, Jacobs, Walker, Ridley, Keenan Allen, Puka. Great team, Josh. B+, A-, great team. Goofy Gib, we got you. Appreciate all of you guys being with us every single day. Going for the other cowboy hat. Let's see if we can get the other cowboy hat now. James Conner or Josh Kelly. Goofy Gib, I'd go Josh Kelly. Appreciate all those who watch every single day. We are live every single day. There will not be a day we are not live. There will not be a day this year we are not live. I am live every single day, so make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you follow us. That way you never miss a show. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. Make sure you hit the follow button right now, everybody. Okay, I'm actually going to do something different. I'm going to come off live, and I'm going to go straight to subscriber. I'm going to come back on live, but it's only going to be for subscribers. So, if you are a subscriber, only you will be able to comment. This show is going to be for subscribers only. For the hat, my flex spot, IP Shade 45, I lean towards Terry McLaurin. IP Shade 45, I lean towards Terry McLaurin. Just barely. Junior, score prediction tonight. I'll go 24 to 10. 24 to 10 or 21-10. Maybe 20-10. It's close. I'll go 24 to 10, 24 to 13. Guys, I'm going to sign off now. This next show will be only for subscribers. If you're watching on YouTube, we will stay live. If you're watching on YouTube, you can watch the show there. But this show is going to be only for YouTube and for subscribers on TikTok. So, if you guys want to join the show, you have to, by asking questions, you have to subscribe, okay? So, we are going to sign off from the show for everybody. We're going to sign off for the show from everybody. We are going to go exclusively for subscribers. Jonathan, I'd go Hunter Henry. Christian, I'd rather have Wilson and Hawkinson. So everybody, I'm going to sign off now. Make sure you subscribe on TikTok. Either go watch on YouTube or make sure you subscribe on TikTok. Up to you. Those will be the two ways that we stay live with you guys. So, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the follow button. That way you never miss our show. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Ray, should I trade Brissett on the Commanders? Yes. Trade for him? No. Don't trade for him. Joe Shiesty, I'm going to lean slightly towards Dobbs, just barely. I know it's very close, but Joe Shiesty, I'm going Dobbs. Rob, I'm going to go with Addison. Rob, I'd rather have Addison. Okay, guys, I'm going to go jump off now. I will be live for subscribers. I will be live exclusively for subscribers. Oh, wait, Brody Davis. Brody Davis, I'd go Gus Edwards. Brody Davis, I'd go Gus Edwards. Christian, I'd go Brian Robinson. Jonathan, I would rather have A.J. Brown. IP Shade 45. We'll get to that question in 1 second. I'm going to sign off now. Either watch on YouTube or watch on TikTok Live as a subscriber, okay? Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. If you want more show, just subscribe right now. Show exclusively for subscribers that I'll start in the next minute. Exclusively for subscribers starting in a minute. See ya, everybody. Hope you guys subscribe. We'll see you in a minute on YouTube and on TikTok for subscribers. Bye to everybody on TikTok who doesn't subscribe. By the way, those who are watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, don't worry. We're going to get back to answering fantasy questions in a moment. I'm just setting up the live exclusively for subscribers. So, live exclusively for subscribers to comment. And we're off and running. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, fire away. Colton, I'd go DJ Moore. Nathan, I'd go Algier. Just barely over Gus Edwards. It's close, though. Again, this show is exclusively for subscribers. It's going to be 15 minutes. I put 15 minutes on the clock. Every new subscriber is going to add 10 seconds, so we'll see how this goes. Molly, thanks so much for subscribing earlier, Molly. Great to have you with us. Molly, this show's for you, so if you have questions, Molly, fire away. Fire away, Molly. Molly, Wizard of Oz, if you have questions, fire away. Only subscribers can comment, so this one's for you guys. Marky J, I'd go Godwin. Marky J, I'd go Godwin. Gucci, I don't like Kyron Williams this week. If you guys want to comment, Rob, you can just, if you're all subscribers, this is exclusively for subscribers, so if you subscribe, you can comment. Colton, I'd probably go with Ford. I'd probably go with Pierce, but I do think picking up Kelly's a good idea. B. Steen, thanks for subscribing. B. Steen, Evans, Smith, Williams, Nico, and Michael Pittman. How would I put the lineup together? I'd go Devontae Smith, Evans, and Pittman. Smith, Evans, and Pittman would be the three players I play B. Steen. B. Steen, Evans, Smith, and Pittman would be the three. Again, subscriber-only show, so if you're a subscriber, you can comment. If you guys want to comment, just subscribe. Rob, should I trade Ford for Addison? Absolutely. If you're getting Addison, yes. I'd rather have Addison still. I traded Mixon and Mostert for Devontae Adams. Thoughts? Gucci, it's an okay trade. I'm not crazy about it. Molly, I'd rather start Zay Flowers. Molly, I'd rather start Zay Flowers. I like them both this week, Molly, but I'll go Zay Flowers. I just trust him more. If you guys subscribe, not only will I answer all of your questions, but you also add some time to the clock. I'm going to be live only for another 12 minutes. Only for another 12 minutes. B. Steen, I'd rather start Dak. B. Steen, I think I'd rather start Dak. The matchup just more favorable. Appreciate you guys being with us. Make sure you hit that follow button. That way you never miss our show. Molly, I traded CeeDee Lamb for Calvin Ridley and Kyron Williams. It's a good trade. You got good value there. I like CeeDee Lamb the most, but it's a good deal. Travis Panda. I would start Chase and CeeDee Lamb. I'd start Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Olave. Christian is asking about Purdy. We'll get to that in a second. Travis Panda, Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Olave. Let's answer some sports betting questions. Purdy is the question. Purdy on total passing attempts. Purdy, total pass attempts. Let's do some work on that one. Brock Purdy, total passing attempts. For total passing attempts, 27.5. The under's the better implied probability. The under's the better implied probability. In home games, though, this is cash 2 straight. I'm still going to take the under. I'd still take the under 27.5. No Brandon Ayuk might contribute to that. If you guys want my bets every single day, DM me on Instagram. If you want my bets, my player prop bets, my game picks, DM me on Instagram. Rob, I'd rather have ETN. D-Hop for ETN. I'd rather have ETN. IP Shade 45. Hodgins. Let's look him up. Isaiah Hodgins, and you're asking about 3 receptions. Hodgins, the over is a good play. Isaiah Hodgins, the over is a good play. So, Isaiah Hodgins and Darius Slayton are both good on their over. I'm seeing Hodgins at over 2.5. Isaiah, Hodgins, over 2.5. Receptions, I will take that bet. Minus 135 on it. Minus 135, over 2.5 receptions. By the way, I'm not taking Bosa on 2 tackles for a loss, but I am taking him on a sack. You're asking about Matt Breida as well. Matt Breida. I would go over 1.5 receptions for Matt Breida. Yes, Matt Breida, over 1.5 receptions. I would take it. Those are all good bets according to the implied probability. Minus 190 on it. Good play. Laporta or Kittle today? Rob, I'd go Kittle. Christian, how do you feel about James Conner? Don't like the matchup. I'd rather have Gus Edwards. I'd rather start Gus Edwards. Answering some questions on YouTube. Waller over 45.5 receiving yards. Waller, 45.5 receiving yards. Let's look at it. First, Darren Waller on receptions. Not a good bet. Waller under 4.5 receptions is the better play. So don't take Waller on receptions. Receiving yards, the under is barely, the over's barely a better play. I wouldn't take this. I wouldn't take this bet on the road. I wouldn't take it. I'm not taking Darren Waller on that bet. Make sure you guys hit that follow button no matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. Make sure you follow us every single day. Tyrone, I'd rather have Aaron Jones. Tyrone, I'd rather have Aaron Jones. JJ, over 105 receiving yards. That's Justin Jefferson. We're going to look at that right now for Rob. Justin Jefferson on receiving yards this upcoming weekend. It's 101.5. Personally, I would take the over. I would go over 101.5. I wouldn't take 105, but 101.5 I would do. Christian, I would go Njoku. Christian Beltran, I'd go Njoku. If any of you guys subscribe, obviously you can ask your questions. This show is exclusively for YouTube viewers and subscribers. Kittle over 4.5 fantasy points. I'm goated. Oh, in the first half, I don't know. I'm not good at those. I don't do first half bets. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do first touchdowns. I don't do first half bets. If that's what you guys want, sorry, you're coming to the wrong place. I'm trying to cash you tickets. I'm not trying to take high risk. If you guys haven't done so already, if you want all of my bets every single day, just DM me on Instagram. Butt Sports. Just DM me on Instagram right now. DM me on Instagram. Butt Sports on Instagram. I will share my referral code for the SHARPZ app. You can see all of my bets. So if you're not watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, and you want to see all of my bets, if you're watching on TikTok, make sure you DM us right now. Make sure you DM us right now. Butt Sports on Instagram. I am not answering questions on Instagram. I can send links. I won't answer your question on Instagram right now. IP Shade 45. I love Debo for an anytime touchdown. Yep, Debo, anytime touchdown. I do like that play. My bets are up on the screen right now. If you guys have questions, fire away. Henry Murray, I go love. Henry Murray, I go love. Christian Vasquez, we are. I'm live every day. Christian Vasquez, there will not be one day of 2023 when I'm not live. Talking football, baseball, NBA, NHL, it doesn't matter. Christian, what running back should I try to get for Olave or Diggs? I had Chubb and lost him. I'm desperate. If you're trading Olave or Diggs, ask for like Pollard. Ask for someone who's really worthwhile. Or maybe you want to get 2 running backs and really load up. I'm Goated is asking about Brock Purdy and passing yards. Let's go look at that. I do like Elijah Mitchell on over 28.5 rushing yards to your question. Brock Purdy on total passing yards. The over is set at 224.5. I don't like this. I would go under Brock Purdy total passing yards. Under for Brock Purdy total passing yards. If you want my bets, DM me on Instagram right now. Rob, choose 3. JJ, Amari Cooper, Pittman. JJ, Cooper, Pittman. Rob, JJ, Cooper, Pittman. If you guys want to be a part of the Butt Sports community, you can ask your questions if you're a subscriber. So all you have to do is subscribe, and you can ask as many questions as you like. Vince Ochoa. I'm leaning towards Gus Edwards slightly. Christian Beltran, I'd go with Swift. By the way, for subscribers, I hope you feel like it's worth it. You get the personal attention. You get all your questions answered right away. Moody, over 1.5 field goals. Very close for me. I think I like it, but it's very close. Very close. Let's see if I can even look up Moody. Yeah, I can. So, field goals. So, Moody, field goals, 1.5. The implied probability is actually on the under. The under 1.5 field goals is the better play. The under 1.5 field goals is the better play. I'm goated. I'm just goated. The under's the better play on field goals. Christian Beltran, we answered your question. If you guys want to ask your question on TikTok, all you have to do is subscribe. We're live every single day, so it will be worth it to you because that way you get your question answered exclusively every day. I will be live every day, and I will be doing subscriber-only shows. Sorry if you answered. B. Steen, I'd go Stevenson and Kyron. B. Steen, which Cook is it? Is it Dalvin Cook or James Cook? B. Steen, I'd definitely start Stevenson. If it's Dalvin Cook, I'd go Kyron Williams. If it's Dalvin Cook, I go Kyron Williams. If it's James Cook, I go James Cook. So Stevenson is the must-play out of the group, though. Henry Murray, I'd rather have Brian Robinson and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yep. Okay, B. Steen, I'd go Stevenson and James Cook. I am about to finish up this live. Only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left unless someone subscribes. Vince Ochoa, it doesn't make me like him anymore. Vince Ochoa, I don't like Hollywood Brown any more than I did already. If you guys want Make sure you subscribe. B. Steen, appreciate the support, man. Really appreciate the kind words. If you want all of my bets every single day, every bet that I make on my own, DM me on Instagram. That's Butt Sports on Instagram. DM me right now. I am live every single day. There will not be a day of this year that I'm not live. Rob, I'm going to lean slightly, I think, towards... Man, it's tough. I'm going to lean slightly towards Debo. I like both of them, Rob. It's close. Rob, it's a coin flip. I'm leaning towards Debo. I could go Devontae. Rob, I like both of them, to be honest. I think both put up similar numbers. Again, I'll say it one more time for you guys. If you want all of my bets every day, DM me on Instagram right now, folks. DM me on Instagram. Make sure you hit that DM button. Make sure you hit me up. I'll share a link with you guys. You can see every pick that I make every single day. 1 minute left of our show, everybody. Luis Robert over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. First of all, I would like Olave. I'd rather have Olave, Christian. Let's quickly look up Luis Robert Jr. We haven't had a baseball question all show. Leave it to IP Shade 45 to ask a good baseball question. Just 1 minute left of the show, everybody, unless we get a subscriber. Luis Robert Jr. over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We are taking the under. The under. IP Shade 45. I don't like the over. I like the under. The under's the better play for tomorrow night. It's the under's the better play against Chris Sale tomorrow night. Or, sorry, tonight. Sorry. Chris Sale, no, it's tomorrow night. It's tomorrow night. Better play tomorrow night. Christian, I'd rather have Olave. I'd rather have Olave. Final 15 minutes, or final 15 seconds, everybody. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Hope you guys love the content. Hope you love the show. Make sure you follow, everybody. Final seconds. Final seconds. Make sure you hit the follow button, everybody. Make sure you're following us. Make sure you're with us. It is time for me to end the show. Didn't get anyone to subscribe. Too bad. But if you want all of my bets every single day, now is the time. DM me on Instagram. Butt Sports on Instagram, everybody. Butt Sports on Instagram. I am going to sign off now. Diggs for Pollard. Christian, I'd rather have Pollard. Christian, I'd rather have Pollard. Rob, over under on Derrick Henry. Because you guys are subscribers, I'm going to stay on just to make sure I answer your questions. Derrick Henry, answering your questions. Derrick Henry, over under on rushing yards. Rushing yards. The over. The over's the better play. Derrick Henry, over on rushing yards. Derrick Henry, over 70 rushing yards. I'm going to put that one up here so I remember it. Derrick Henry, over 78.5 rushing yards. I would take it. I would take it. Minus 115. By the way, it's 70.5. So it's even better. 70.5. So guys, we will do 2 shows tomorrow. A show for everybody and a show exclusively for subscribers. So, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. I will be live tomorrow exclusively for subscribers, and we'll do a show for everybody. So that way, everybody gets the chance to ask a question. So make sure you guys hit the follow button. That way you never miss our show. We are live every single day. There is not one day of the year that we won't be live. There is not one day of 2023 that I won't be live. So hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. We are live every single day. If you want all of my bets, if you want all of my picks every day, DM me on Instagram right now. Butt Sports on Instagram. The name of my company, Butt Sports on Instagram. DM me right now. I will share my picks with you guys. So make sure, if you love sports betting, if you want help with your picks, if you want to see the picks that I'm putting out there every day, make sure you DM me on Instagram. Olave for Gibbs and Godwin. Christian, I would do that deal. IP Shade 45 isn't letting me go. He's asking for another one. Let's get another MLB pick up here. Dansby Swanson is the question. Dansby Swanson, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. The under's the better play. The under is the better play. The under has the better implied probability. IP Shade 45. Folks, I feel like that's our show. We have had a great time talking to all of you guys. IP Shade 45, show us some love, IP Shade 45. AJ, thanks for subscribing. AJ, welcome to the group. Welcome to Butt Fumble Sports. We are live every day, AJ. AJ, we will do subscriber-only shows every day. I will be live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, everybody. 5 p.m. Eastern time, I will be live. So if you guys want to talk sports, fantasy football, sports betting, I will be live at 5 p.m. tomorrow, everybody. 5 p.m. tomorrow. AJ, you did get on here. Let AJ have a few questions. I've got to. AJ, you just subscribed. AJ, I'd rather have Hurts and Williams. AJ, I'd rather have Hurts and Williams. AJ, I'm waiting on you. So AJ, fire away with your questions. You're the only person I'm here for. I'm here exclusively for subscribers. I was going to sign off. You literally got me right in my sign off. But I will stay on because you subscribe. So, we'll add another minute to the clock. Let's see if we can get another gift. How about that? AJ Barkley, what would you trade for? Thanks so much, IP Shade 45. So honestly, I think that if I had Barkley, I'd understand that I'm not getting great. Can you get Mike Williams? Maybe that's a player to go get. Mike Williams would actually be a player that if you could get him for Barkley would be worth it to me. I think that's a good play. I don't think Calvin Ridley, I don't think you're going to get that. That said, I do think that there's an opportunity on Mike Williams, maybe. I don't think you'll get CeeDee Lamb. That's asking too much. But if I could, I'd trade for Barkley. I'd rather have Barkley right now. AJ, that's the last one, and I'm good. AJ, thanks so much. Subscribers, AJ, IP Shade 45, Christian. Oh, Trip 3 just subscribed. Trip 3, you keep us live, bro. We are going to stay live to answer your questions. Trip 3, because you subscribed, I will stay live a little bit longer. Trip 3 gets some questions. You know it, IP Shade 45. If you guys subscribe, I will stay live. That's the rule. That is the rule. Trip 3, I'd go Purdy. Trip 3, I'd go Purdy. What's up, dude? Trip 3, I'd go Purdy. Thank you so much for subscribing. Normally, I don't do the stupid hard hands, but thank you so much for subscribing. If that does anything. Trip 3, thanks so much for subscribing. No, I don't do that NPC stuff, by the way, that's like, thanks for the hot dog. Like, that's so weird. I don't understand those guys. By the way, since I have a captive audience right now, I tweeted this at Kyle Brandt. I worked with Kyle Brandt at Jim Rome, and I tweeted this at him earlier. I was talking to a buddy, and we were talking about, like, the most disrespected or least respected running backs in NFL history. Yeah, Trip 3, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, thanks so much, Trip 3. But we were talking about the most disrespected running backs in NFL history. And we were both like, man, Priest Holmes is so underrated. Yo, IP Shade 45, help us grow. Help us grow. Once you hit 50 subscribers, you can, as a subscriber, give subscriptions. Let's go. IP Shade 45, let us know. Get those subscribers, folks. We're only 8 away. We're only 8 away. Anyways, back to my little thing. Back to my joke. Okay, so I said Priest Holmes was the Rodney Dangerfield of running backs. Doesn't get enough respect, right? Okay, what do you guys think of these? These are running backs I'm comparing to comedians. Running backs I'm comparing to comedians. Richard Pryor, I compare to Jim Brown. Richard Pryor, I compare to Jim Brown. The OG, the original GOAT, and they were trailblazers. They fought for civil rights. So, running back comedian comparison. Richard Pryor, Jim Brown. Okay, that's one. The second one, running back to comedian comparison. Walter Payton, comparing him to Eddie Murphy, okay? Eddie Murphy could do anything, movies, TV, stand-up, anything. Same with Walter Payton. He could run, he could catch, he probably could pass, he could do anything. So, third running back comedian comparison. Barry Sanders, Dave Chappelle. Could have been the greatest of all time. Could have been the GOAT. But they retired early. So they're not going to quite reach GOAT status. But they had the chance. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Obviously, only subscribers can comment. But what do you think of my running backs compared to comedians? Jim Brown to Richard Pryor. Eddie Murphy to Walter Payton. Dave Chappelle to Barry Sanders. What do you think? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was funny. Maybe not so much. Okay, if you guys have questions, feel free to fire away. We're here to help out subscribers. So if any of you guys subscribed, I know IP Shade 45, it's not a perfect analogy. I knew someone. By the way, IP Shade 45, Barry is the GOAT. Now, let me take that back. Jim Brown is the GOAT. Jim Brown is the GOAT. But if we put him in the old-time category, old-school category, to me, Barry Sanders is the greatest running back that my eyes have ever seen. Pure running back. Not receiver, not blocker. The best pure running back of all time from what my eyes saw. Barry Sanders by a mile. But I didn't see Walter Payton and I didn't see Jim Brown, so. By the way, Eric Dickerson's up there. We never give enough respect to Eric Dickerson, actually. He deserves some love. Appreciate all of those who have watched the show. Unless we get another subscriber right now, I'm going to sign off. Last time I tried to sign off, we got another subscriber, and I couldn't quite sign off, but I'm going to try right now. AJ Meerman, I think I got it right. Bill Russell is the GOAT. IP Shade 45, that's right. Different eras. Bill Russell is the OG GOAT. The more modern GOAT is Michael Jordan. And then the millennial GOAT is LeBron James. But I do think there are different categories. Bill Russell was the original GOAT. He had more championships. He was more successful. He broke more barriers. He literally changed the game. He changed the game. So, I know there's a lot of people who are like, by the way, he was the one who really invented the block shot. The way we know it now, before defenders pretty much stayed on their feet. They would not leave their feet. That's how big an impact Bill Russell had. So, yes, different era, but you can have multiple GOATs. I'm not a believer that you only have one GOAT for all time. And if you did, it's a brutal question. Okay, with all of that said, I am going to sign off right now, everybody. Unless we get another subscriber in the next 10 seconds or so. Oh, Trip 3, I got to answer your question. Trip 3, I'd go Mostert. Trip 3, I would go with Mostert. Trip 3, it would be Mostert. Appreciate all those who have watched the show. It is so great. Jay Lopedog, have a great game. I hope you guys enjoy the game tonight. Oh, Brennan Garcia. I can't leave just yet. Brennan Garcia, pick 2 wide receivers and a flex. A.J. Brown, Diggs, and Evans. A.J. Brown, Diggs, and Evans. Okay? Brennan Garcia, A.J. Brown, Diggs, and Evans would be the 3. Unless we get a subscriber right now, IP Shape 485, they're winning for IP Shape 45. I love you, dude. You're awesome. Trip 3, you're the man. Have a great night. Have a great night as well. AJ. Good Lord, you got all 3. That's right. No, this team is awesome. We have so many great subscribers. We have so many great followers. I love this community. You guys are the best. If I don't say it, make sure you know. Debo touchdown. Let's go. I'm hoping that Debo does get a touchdown, Jay Lopedog. Appreciate all of you guys joining us. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. We are live every single day on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So, if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. We will be back live tomorrow. No, it's not going to be close, AJ. I'm with you there. Okay, everybody. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Enjoy Thursday Night Football, everybody. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. I hope you have the best time watching what will be a 49ers blowout. Hopefully we cash a lot of tickets. What are we? We are team cashing tickets. Team cashing tickets here at Butt Fumble Sports. Hope you cash a lot of tickets tonight. for all of those who watch, for all of those who make my content a part of your day, thank you. I cannot say it enough. Thank you for watching, for subscribing, for following, for being a supporter of my company and my network. I am so, so grateful. You have no idea what it means. You guys are real people, real sports fans with a lot of responsibilities, and the fact that you make time out of your day to watch me talk about sports is an honor. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. If you guys love the content, hit the follow button right now. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. I'm live every single day answering your questions, helping you guys out, hopefully educating you guys, teaching you a little, and having a lot of laughs. Butt Fumble Sports, we never take ourselves too seriously. How can you have a name, Butt Fumble Sports, and take yourselves too seriously? So if you love the content, if you love the conversation, hit the follow button and know I am so grateful that we are 53,000 followers and growing. 53,000 person army. Let's frickin' go. Have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the game tonight. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the game. Be healthy. Be safe. Cash some tickets. Win some fantasy matchups. And I will see you again tomorrow, everybody. Have a great night. Goodbye.